Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Monday, April 27th. So with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts. So we're going to start out with my icy chili. Hey, boo.
Hello.
Hello, hello. We also have my Libra queen. Hello, gorgeous.
Hey y'all.
Hey, boo. And lastly, we have my gorgeous moon. Hey, boo.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And shout out to the listeners holding it down in the chat as well. Well, y'all, if you was able to come out to the show yesterday or have heard the show yesterday, we had quite a bit, but we still got even more tea to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
Tea time.
Yes. You know what I like to start off and annoy y'all with.
Jitty news.
Well,
Flat
yes.
eyes.
Got to keep y'all updated with him and his mess, honey. And he's actually looking for a default judgment. So you should see where it says here by way of all hip hop. Diddy wants $100 million default judgment against man claiming he had freak off tapes. All right. Well, let's get into it. Diddy is pushing hard for a court win he needs right now, filing for a default judgment against Courtney Burgess after the man failed to respond to a massive defamation lawsuit. Burgess had claimed he possessed 11 flash drives containing sex tapes allegedly involving celebrities and minors at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, but Burgess never showed up to defend himself in court. Diddy's legal team is now asking the judge to rule in his favor by default, which would hand him a victory without ever having to prove his case. The situation stems from Burgess's 2024 interview with News Nation, where he claimed he received the flash drives from Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-girlfriend who died in 2018. Burgess alleged that 2 to 3 of the celebrities featured in the videos were minors and appeared to be under the influence. Diddy initially sued Burgess for $50 million in January 2025 on defamation charges, then amended the complaint to seek $100 million just 8 months later, claiming severe reputational harm for what he calls outlandish claims. The timing of this legal move reveals how much Diddy needs a win. Just days before filing for a default judgment, a New York judge dismissed his $100 million defamation lawsuit against NBC and Peacock over the documentary Diddy Making of a Bad Boy. The law stung, especially as Diddy continues fighting his conviction on 2 counts of interstate transportation for prostitution, which landed him a 4-year prison sentence in July 2025. His legal team has been working overtime, arguing that his freak off parties were merely choreographed performances protected by the First Amendment, not criminal activity. Diddy is currently incarcerated and scheduled for release on April 15, 2028, though his lawyers have been pushing for immediate acquittal or, at a minimum, a reduced sentence. The default judgment against Burgess represents one of the few legal opportunities where Diddy might actually get the outcome he's seeking, even if it doesn't address his underlying criminal conviction or help him leave prison any sooner. See, y'all got to look. You can't keep people just thinking they can ignore lawsuits. Aaron Hall, Jermaine Jackson, you cannot ignore lawsuits, honey. Because if you do, your ass could end up being liable to pay all these millions of dollars by default judgment. And it looks like Diddy may, because and y'all remember that Courtney Burgess did say, look, Kim Porter gave me that flash drive and it got all this footage on it. Y'all want to see it? You want to kept teasing us with it. You want to see it? Look, dangling over our head. Like you remember how Jocelyn Hernandez did over Carla Red with that letter. Like, if you keep talking about me, if you keep talking shit about me, all this information I have on you is gonna be in the news. Do I got something like a letter so I can make that sound? Hold on. Yeah, like that. It's not as effective. I don't like that. Anyway, I might cut that out. but yeah, you cannot ignore lawsuits. You can't. So that's that on that, honey. Well, y'all favorite colorist, honey, done brought another racially ambiguous baby into the world, honey. Chris Brown just had a new baby. His girlfriend just had a new baby. Yay, I guess.
Same girl?
First of all, y'all is crazy. Y'all favorite is actually diabolical.
Oh no, this is not his first baby mama.
No. Not Loyal's mama. Mm-mm. No, this is a girl named Jada Wallace. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Chris Brown celebrates after partner Jada Wallace gives birth to baby boy. Well, let me
got more tent than the rest of them. Anyway,
you right about that. Not much, but just a tad bit. And that's probably why he looks. She about look, girl, you won't notice if you get any darker than this. You about to be a single mom. Allegedly. Let me share my screen so we can but look, you know.
Not the baby flicking people off. Oh, no, that's right. Came to the world, say fuck the world. Yes, because why you brought me here? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Girl. Well, Chris Brown's partner, Jada Wallace, has given birth to a baby boy, and she's sharing the first adorable photos of her newborn after months of pregnancy speculation. Jada announced the arrival Sunday night on social media, posting sweet snaps of the baby and captioning them, "Purest love." And he talking about some Taurus gang. Oh, girl. And fans quickly connected the dots when Chris popped into the comments with a heart, Taurus gang, heart, a message that fueled even more speculation that he's the dad. Chris's mother added to the buzz too, writing, "Congratulations, he's just perfect, sending love always." The couple has largely kept their relationship private, and neither has publicly addressed the pregnancy in detail before now. Fans and Caleb, fans and celeb friends flooded Jada's comments with congratulations as the couple celebrated the newest addition. Chris is already a father of 3, sharing daughter Royalty with Nia Guzman and son Aiko with Amika Harris and daughter Lovely with Diamond Brown. Jada celebrating her baby's arrival, and in hilariously on brand move, one of the snaps appears to show the little guy flipping off the camera. A very breezy coded debut. Congrats. Thank you. I guess, honey. So that is that on that. I have nothing to add. I really don't. Well, what we got next? Y'all, so for those who were not here to talk about Megan and Klay, we can talk about it again today, honey. So look, I don't want to start off by saying I told y'all so, but I told y'all so.
Never wrong, just early.
Wake it up.
Ate that. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's been speculation that Lexie Brown was the girl that he cheated on Megan with. Well, Lexie Brown has responded. Oh, one of many. Lexie Brown has responded. And you should see where it says here by way of Hot New Hip Hop, Lexie Brown responds to rumors involving Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. So it starts off, Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion are no longer a couple. Over the weekend, Meg took to social media to declare Thompson a cheater. In her Instagram post, she claims that Klay no longer wanted to be monogamous. She also accused him of taking his career failures out on her. Ultimately, the relationship is over, and many are wondering who Thompson might have cheated on Meg with. This subsequently led to all sorts of rumors about what happened. For instance, some immediately pointed the finger at Lexie Brown. Brown is a WNBA star, and she became an immediate target for the internet's vitriol and sleuthing skills. Brown was well aware of what was being said about her, and she made sure to clear things up before it got even more out of hand. I've seen what's been said online, and I want to be clear. None of it is true, and I have no involvement in this situation, she wrote. This week marks the start of an important and exciting new season for me, and my focus is fully on that. It's the perfect response to the situation, short, sweet, and to the point. It also just immediately shut down whatever the internet is talking about here. Whether or not people will continue to try to investigate all of this is yet to be determined. What we do know is that Thompson has not given his own side of the story. Instead, we have only heard from Meg and the internet. As you can imagine, the reactions to the breakup have been pretty widespread. This was the biggest story of the weekend, especially with the cheating angle being exposed by Meg herself. Details surrounding the breakup are still surfacing, which means this is a story we will be keeping an eye on. Many want to hear from Thompson. No, we don't. While others want to hope to hear even more from Meg. That's what I want to hear, even more from Meg. I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. So, mm-mm. So I just found out who Lexie Brown was over the weekend. Y'all know I don't follow sports, but she is denying that she had any involvement with this. This ain't got nothing to do with her. So I
As she
guess
should. Don't be putting me in it. Some shit I ain't got nothing to do with.
so. Look, I guess as of now, we just got to take her word for it.
And when the news broke, I immediately reached out to Auntie because I was a staunch advocate for this relationship. And I said, you were right. I was wrong. I had too much hope in a biracial, straight male that plays for the NBA. I had too much hope. I had too much hope. And the hope was more for Megan because she deserves so much better than that. That girl has just been trying to get rich like anybody else and do her craft, do the thing that she loves. And, you know, that's it. It's just crazy. And for him to be that big of an adult and out here knowing her situation and still decide to bother her and lead her on and be such a piece of shit is very disappointing. And so the little sliver of hope I had left in humanity is now just, mm-mm. We should just all be lesbians, ladies.
Look, girl, ain't no better over there, honey. It might be
No, I know.
slightly better, but
I know. Well, maybe get you the one that is not trying to be a male. Maybe that one shouldn't be on the horizon for us. Maybe we should just keep it real cute. But anybody that is that wants to emulate these tired men, ugh, maybe that ain't the route. But
Maybe
mm-mm.
we should just get into like, um, having friend girl relationships, supporting each other. Buying a compound together, buy some land, have homes
Hey,
on it. You know what I'm saying? Build
I'm
something
there.
as just a friend girl thing. We ain't got to be bumping coochies or nothing. It
No,
ain't got to be romantic, but lifting each other up and being successful as a cohort,
yeah, you're right
and
about
just
that.
leave these men alone. Buy you a
That
silicone man for about $5,000,
I
and
don't even
I
want that.
promise you he won't do nothing.
He won't. I don't even want that. But you
He
know
won't.
what? I do have my golden girl. We definitely going
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
because these dudes, you ain't finna destroy my peace.
Mm-mm.
This is ridiculous.
No men can live on the property.
Uh-uh.
If you want to have a man, you go to his place.
Ain't that the
It's a
truth?
man-free zone.
Unless it's Auntie
A
or
family.
Moderna
Oh well, no, they can come.
and Hammy.
Friends, I mean boyfriend, no boyfriends. And if you get married, you got to leave.
Bye. Yeah, you gotta
You got
go.
to sell your house to the cohort and get out.
I like these rules.
Me too.
It's crazy. It's so
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That sounds like a good idea, huh? Y'all write Auntie at auntiederek.com in the email and let us know what y'all let us know what y'all think about this idea. Cause baby, the pool is pissy out here. These men,
Shitty too, like
it,
full of pellets.
girl,
Ugh, it's horrible.
beyond horrible.
Just
It's
out here lying, misrepresenting your whole.
yeah, it's it's just messed up all the way up to the top. The femicide, the cheating, the lying,
Mm-hmm.
the it's just becoming more and more. And I really attribute it to what we're experiencing in society. All the rap
Hmm.
music and songs and stuff about cheating and, having as many women as possible and getting money and having hoes, and it's messy out here. It
Having
really
all these
is.
different baby
Different
mamas.
baby mama. Like it's like, that's the new notch on the gun. First it was sleeping with women. Now it's putting a baby in them. Like that's something, you know, to be proud of, something that you brought a life into this world and don't nourish it and cherish it. You just got a baby by her. That's something, that's a crown, a little jewel in your crown.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Creating all these broken homes.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who get blamed for creating these broken homes? Women.
They do.
We get blamed for that, but meanwhile, the men don't get blamed. Interesting. But also, you can't come to the compound if you're not a girl's girl. If
No.
you ain't if
Mm-mm.
you ain't for the women and you think it's cute, cause
You're not welcome.
cause Glorilla really showed her true like, y'all ain't gotta be best friends. Y'all ain't even gotta like each other.
No.
But to just be outwardly nasty,
Celebrating someone else's pain. Get the fuck out of here.
whew, girl, nothing good comes of that.
And
Nasty work.
Twitter never forgets when it's your turn, when something
Oh,
happens to you and you're
mm.
lamenting or upset or hurt by something, the way those tweets are going to come back in your face,
Instagram
the
posts,
this
all of
you,
that.
the this you tweet, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
remember them LOLs and be prepared to eat them, honey.
Cause that was very out of pocket.
It's nasty work. I would
Hmm.
never.
Girls, we ain't all, everybody ain't gonna be a cup of tea. You may change your mind about how you feel about somebody, or you may not like them, but you ain't got to be outwardly nasty. It's
No,
not a
keep that to
requirement.
yourself. Don't put that on the internet because it will come back to bite you. Everybody has down times, and you're not exempt from it. So just remember that.
Especially dating a NBA player,
Any athlete, period.
any
If
athlete, but
traveling
also
city to city, please.
to be dating someone in the same profession,
Like you got
and
something different.
and if the queen B has experienced infidelity, bitch,
hmm
what make you think you not gonna?
One of the baddest women on the planet, and you thinking you okay? And shit is sweet on your side of town. Okay, girl.
And you think that shit won't head your way, or if it already have it, come on, be fucking for real. If the most beautiful women in the world have experienced infidelity and cheating, women
hmm
that are globally renowned, people, everybody wants them. You
hmm
think your little regular degular ass ain't gonna get cheated on?
And I'm
That
not
part.
gonna laugh about it.
Mm,
I'm
sad.
be like,
See the common
oh,
denominator, men.
really? It is.
And women are a problem too. The women
Mhm.
that are not girls out here,
Oh yeah.
talking shit to each other over a penis is whew, child.
What do y'all say? A penis. Well, y'all, did anybody, I think I already know the answer to this, but did anybody have the pleasure, and I'm using that word loosely, the pleasure of seeing the Michael biopic this weekend?
No, I'm gonna wait till
Not
it
yet.
comes
I heard that's
streaming.
good.
I'll pay for it on streaming. Did you go see it, Auntie?
I didn't go see it, honey. I bootlegged it. I ain't gonna tell y'all, no, sit here and tell y'all no lie. I bootlegged that motherfucker, and I'm glad I did.
Oh.
Oh
Well, were
no.
you thinking you were gonna see something new? Were you of that?
No, I definitely didn't think I was going to see anything new, but I was kind of so to me, and this is just my opinion. So, based off of what I saw with the movie,
hmm
I thought it was either a money laundering scheme or
Oh.
um or like an attempt to try to launch Jafar's career as an entertainer. Because to me, it just like it was just it was overproduced, overacting. Like it was just so. I guess maybe I'm biased because we had such a great one, with the Jackson Family and American Dream, baby. That was one of the best Jackson Family biopics out there to date. And it just it didn't, baby, that thing could have been on Lifetime. I'm not even kidding. It could have been on Lifetime, and it was enjoyable. It was. Don't get me wrong, it was enjoyable, but it could have been on Lifetime. They spent millions and billions and millions and billions of dollars to get this film made.
Okay. I've seen people tweet that this could have been a Lifetime movie. I've
It
actually,
would have killed as a Lifetime movie.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh well.
But you should see where it says here. So, like I said, the reason I'm glad I bootlegged that motherfucker was because you should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Michael biopic honchos reportedly got paid extra $25 million after estate blunder. So let's get into it. Michael biopic honchos were reportedly paid $25 million more than their original deal after the estate had to reshoot the third act, which featured sexual abuse allegations against the pop star, TMZ has learned. Director Antoine Fuqua and producer Graham King were originally set to make $10 million and $6 million, respectively. But according to Bloomberg, Fuqua was paid an extra $15 million and King an extra $10 million from Michael Jackson's estate after the allegations needed to be cut out and several scenes reshot. As you know, Michael was first publicly accused of child sexual abuse in 1993, and he reached a settlement with the family of his accuser, Jordan Chandler, the following year. A legal clause in the settlement barred Chandler's depiction from being used for commercial reasons, but attorneys for Michael's estate didn't catch that until after scenes about the matter had been produced. So they reportedly had to spend weeks and millions of bucks reshooting parts of the movie. Bloomberg says Fuqua and King's reps secured the extra payment after the film was altered and box office gross potentially hindered. Michael now focuses solely on the rise to stardom at an early age through his 1988 Bad Tour, 5 years before he was accused of sexual abuse of a minor. Lionsgate, the studio behind the film, will reportedly make a sequel, including the allegations if there's enough demands from fans. Uh, the biopic debuted in theaters Friday and so far has audiences happy with a 97% score on Rotten Tomatoes, though critics are not as forgiving as the film sits at a score of 37%. It is expected to win the box office over the weekend, and they say they'll have to stay tuned to see if it's enough of a thriller to have the story carried on through a second flick. If it's a second flick, put that shit on Tubi or
That's what I
Lifetime.
heard, and well, then I guess I'm hearing mixed reviews because there's people who was like, yes. Mm.
Yeah, and I knew. So my brother actually went to go and see it. Right, he said he saw it in IMAX over the weekend. And I want y'all to keep in mind. So, but when it comes to movies, my brother's kind of like me. It doesn't really take much to entertain him. In fact, he's one of those people. Like, if you put like Law and Order SVU on TV all day, honey, that's good. He's good with that. So it doesn't take much to entertain him. And we are, because our mom is a huge Michael Jackson fan. So we kind of like we know Michael. So when he was like, yeah, it was all right, baby. I knew that was a red flag for me. I said, just all right. Like my brother would have been like, yeah, it was dope. It was this. He didn't give me none of that. He was like, yeah, it was all right. I said, oh, okay. So yeah, that's that on that, child. But you see, and then remember the last story we talked about how Kat Graham, who was supposed to have been playing Diana Ross, her scene was cut because of this. This, I guess it must have mentioned somehow Jordan's case would have been mentioned in some way, so they had to just cut out Kat Graham as Diana Ross completely. And then remember, Paris Jackson kept saying, look, they keep playing with my dad's money at that estate. They keep playing with this, keep spending all sorts of unnecessary millions of dollars trying to get this movie made. And for what? Like, especially trying to get Miles, Miles, that Canadian actor, I forget his name, but he's really good. But he played John Branca in the movie. And honey, you could have got some regular actor from Utah or somebody to play him. You didn't need to play that Miles Teller. That's his name, Miles Teller. Millions of dollars to play John Branca, and then try to make John Branca be like the hero. And girl, it was just, I wasn't a fan. But if it was on Lifetime, I probably would have liked it a lot better. To me. But I'll wait till y'all see it when it finally is able to stream, which it'll be soon. I'm sure they're gonna have it on streaming services soon. And what I will do to make up for that bootleg, I will buy it when it's available to buy on video on demand. To be fair. So I will spend the $20 so I can own that motherfucker. So I just have it sitting in my damn cloud and never watch it again. Anyway. So that is that on that. What we got next, girl? Nicki Minaj, honey. Nicki Minaj and her baby dad. It seemed to be trouble in. I don't even want to call that a paradise. Whatever that is over there. Well, DJ Vlad, and he might be the Fed, so we might be able to take him for his word, allegedly. But you see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop, DJ Vlad suggests Nicki Minaj dumped Kenneth Petty. Well, let's get into it. This starts off. DJ Vlad says that Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty are living separately, fueling rumors about the state of their marriage. Taking to Twitter on Monday morning, Vlad shared a screenshot from the sex offender registry in New York showing that Petty is living in a small house in Jamaica, Queens. It looks like Nicki Minaj dumped her husband, Kenneth Petty, Vlad began. According to the sex offender registry, he's now living in a tiny 800 square foot house in Jamaica, Queens, instead of the $20 million Hidden Hills mansion Nicki owns. The rumor is that he got another girl pregnant, but that's not confirmed. Is this the greatest bag fumble of all time? Fans of Minaj countered that Petty could be stretching the truth about his address to hide the rapper's home. That's not how the sex offender registry works, idiot. DJ Vlad fired back to one user. It's where you're physically located. You think Nicki and their son are living in that tiny house? Barbs are really the stupidest people on earth. Kenneth Petty's place on the sex offender registry stems from a 1995 conviction for first-degree attempted rape in New York. In 2021, Petty made headlines after pleading guilty to failing to update his registration as a sex offender when he and Minaj moved addressed this. Minaj had been married to Petty since 2019, and the two have known each other since high school. They welcomed their first child in 2020. In other news, Nicki Minaj narrowly missed the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday, where a shooter opened fire. She was running late for the event where when the 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen was stopped at a security checkpoint while possessing multiple weapons. Allen has been charged with the use of firearm during a crime of violence and assault on a federal officer using a dangerous weapon. So yeah, and let me share my screen and y'all can see the tweet that they're referring to. Got a picture of the house and everything.
I don't fuck with Vlad at all. I don't. And I really don't. And I really don't like the way he talking to black folks. Even though they barbs, I still don't like it.
Look, you see, I got his ass blocked, so.
His ass be doing too fucking much all the fucking time. I don't like him. Now, thanks for the tea. Oh, well.
Nanamoni.
Right? Good. Take it.
Guess you got enough money to pay it now. Because it's coming if he sue her for support. Okay. All right, girl.
Well, I wonder if there's any truth to that pregnancy rumor that he got another girl pregnant. Well, that's that on that, girl. When you do clownery,
you get what you do clownery, and what happens?
The clown comes back to bite.
Although again, I don't fuck with Vlad. Stay out of black people's business.
Now, I don't fuck with him either, girl, but he kind of ate that one little thing though, where he was like, "That's not how a sex offender registry works, idiot."
Well, it is, but I didn't like it coming from him. It did, but still. Like, man, go sit down some damn where.
Well, honey, so remember the last time we talked about Stephon Diggs and Christopher Blake Griffith? Christopher Blake Griffith, put in a deposition in court that he wanted Stephon to produce financial records saying, hey, if you're saying that what I said about you ruined you financially, then you need to show proof. You need to, because you don't get to, sue and hide, basically. Well, he's not just asking for that, honey. He's also asking for security camera footage of, the night the night in question. And you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Stephon Diggs' accuser asking for answers about the NFL star security footage. So this starts off. Stephon Diggs' male sexual assault accuser, Christopher Blake Griffith, is asking a judge to force the NFL star to turn over his security footage from the night in question, TMZ has learned. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Christopher claims Stephon has failed to hand over information related to his finances, security footage, and various other items that he claims he's entitled to in connection with the case. Specifically, Christopher asks that Stephon turn over information and materials concerning security systems, surveillance footage, and access logs for the athlete's home in Maryland between May 20th, 2023 to May 22nd of 2023. Christopher claims Stephon said he would look into the matter, but has yet to update him. He claims Stephon was aware Christopher filed a police report and says if security footage from the day in question was not saved, it could raise serious questions of spoliation. The judge has yet to rule. As TMZ first reported, Stephon sued Christopher in November 2025, claiming Christopher was spreading lies about him on social media. Christopher made claims that Stephon had drugged and sexually assaulted him at his Maryland home in 2023. In court, Christopher countersued Stephon, accusing him of sexual assault. He alleged that he hung out with the NFL star at a celebrity basketball game. Christopher says Stephon drugged him and then proceeded to assault him. Chris says Stephon orchestrated a violent attack on him days later. Stephon denied the claims of wrongdoing. Oh, child. And then look, he knows something on that footage, honey. That he's like that. Stephon don't want to get out. Listen, I won't say too much. Let's just say, as Auntie's been around the block, and I have had my experience with the DL man. That shit can be very, very dangerous. I, based on my experiences, believe everything that Christopher Blake Griffith is saying about Stephon Diggs, but that's just me. Now we have the court that'll help us prove it, and I just think this is really interesting. But if you're saying you've been ruined financially, show the receipts. And while you at it, show the security footage.
And in this territory, I will never disagree with Auntie about that. Look, you got it.
Listen. As someone who's seen something on the internet talking about he had his fake Insta talking about he the birthday, absolutely correct. Yeah. Auntie ain't wrong. Yeah. You the birthday, please, sir. Yeah.
Yes, honey. Well, that is that on that. Just like always, y'all know I'm gonna continue to follow this story.
Yeah, follow it. I don't care because that's light skin's business.
Okay, Cardi, you was supposed to just keep that a little fling. You could have left that on low. So you come in like, nah, that's just the homie. I ain't fuck with him. But now you got proof, so you can't deny it.
What they said about those rearranged letters?
That he offset.
Hello.
Yeah, he offset without the gambling problem. Well, you know what? Let me take that back because it looked like he liked to gamble with his life.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Or gamble with other people's lives, child.
Wish all parties the best. Amen. Next story.
Child, speaking of gambling, honey, this story just gagged me, honey. I'm sorry. Like, y'all know it takes a lot to gag, bitch. So, first of all, I've learned that I've been saying his name incorrect. So it's not Mike Vrabel, it's Mike Vrabel. Thank you shout out to my brother for letting me know. I was like, I've been saying his name like that for like 2 weeks and ain't nobody said nothing. But
shit, I ain't know. Shit, I wasn't keeping
because
up with
who was supposed
either.
to know? Who was supposed to know? We don't want
the sports people know, honey. But Mike Vrabel.
It's not like he was Bill Belichick or nothing. Like, who?
He's irrelevant.
Oh, speaking of Bill Belichick, we got a story about Belichick later too on my notepad.
Look at
But so this story, the reason that it had me gag, y'all, because remember when them pictures came out of about him and Diana Rossini in Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
we learned that there was actually no private investigator involved. They were just being fucking sloppy.
There was somebody doing it for the love of the game. I know
Girl,
you fucking lying.
I
Well, I
am
thought that's what
gagged.
it was. I didn't think it was a private investigator. I thought they just got caught out in public.
Listen,
No,
someone
I
said, "Baby, click, click. This some money
I
right
thought it
here."
was a private investigator that was hired to got them pictures of them like that.
Listen, and the last show that we talked about, I was like, who had the wherewithal to take these pictures? Like, make it make sense, and
Yeah.
why you waited on it? But I see now why. You was like, oh,
Well,
I'm
I
finna get
didn't
this.
even know,
This
was he famous? I mean, I didn't keep up with his I hadn't heard about him until he made it to the, it must have been a sports fan somebody knew, because I would have just took them as two white people at a bar.
absolutely, it
I would
probably
have I
absolutely
would have
was. It absolutely was either a sports fan or someone who was familiar with sports, with football, and knew that he was married and was going. It was either going to be blackmail or it was going to be media pay. One of the two. I felt that that's what that was. They
well,
said,
cause
"Oh,
yeah, cause the other picture was from 6 years ago. He wasn't
mm-hmm.
even with the I don't know what team he was with. I don't even think he was a head coach. He was more like a coordinator or something back then too. So yeah, it's somebody that had to be either knew who she was or knew who he was from sports. But I didn't know neither one of them until he was on the Patriots as the head coach.
And you know, I don't know who did, like just like my gorgeous moon said. These is two random white people, honey. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, may I have a tall please, with two Splendor? I would have thought they worked at Starbucks, honey. He was the barista and she was the manager. That's what I would have thought. I don't listen, but this starts off. It says the photographer who snapped the pics of Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini looking all cozy in Arizona was not a private investigator hired by a scorned spouse, despite the internet rumor. In the wake of the Page Six photos, a theory has emerged online, with fans speculating that Jen Vrabel, excuse me, the wife of the Patriots head coach, or Kevin Goldschmidt, the NFL insider's husband, recruited a private investigator to catch Vrabel and Rossini in the act. As juicy as that be, it's just not the truth. So in reality, TMZ Sports has learned a local couple happened to be vacationing at the ambient luxury boutique resort in Sedona, Arizona on March 28th, just like Mike and Diana. We're told the husband is a big sports fan and he recognized Vrabel, so they snapped several pics of them lounging at the pool and in the hot tub. After the story dropped, Vrabel and Rossini both denied they were doing anything wrong, insisting they were part of a larger group. To our knowledge, neither ever provided proof that that was true. Making things even worse, more photos have come to light. They were spotted kissing at a bar in 2020, and we posted photos of them at a casino in 2024, just a week after the Titans fired Vrabel as head coach. In light of the new picks, Vrabel announced he was going to miss the last day of the 2026 NFL draft to seek counseling, admitting his previous actions don't meet the standard. As
They
for
was just
Routine,
gallivanting. They was gallivanting.
relevant, just sloppy.
Okay,
And it,
so at the time, the couple didn't even think nothing of it. He's just Mike Vrabel there with a female. And so now when they see the story of that broke and he's claiming, oh, there it was nothing, then they could look back to the photos and like, oh no, this is the same girl he was with 6 years. Oh, okay. That's why they just had it
mm,
and they hadn't done anything
Mm-hmm.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
and then they started looking to other things. Oh, the first son name is Mike.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ.
I
I hope
know
that's not him.
Mike Andrew."
her husband giving her the side eye like a motherfucker right
Side eye. Oh,
now.
he's in a whole other house.
The first son is Mike Andrew. After him and the granddaddy.
Ooh, girl, nasty work. That is sinister. Sinister.
Women
Mm-hmm.
in male-dominated fields.
I love it.
Baby.
Hey, Moderna, welcome.
Hey, Moderna, the best
Well,
storyteller in the land.
okay, and today is National Storytelling Day. So shout out to my friend for being one of the best storytellers out here.
definitely. Yeah, this stuff.
Well, honey.
Wow. Oh my God.
Mm, that's crazy.
Well, honey, speaking of crazy, honey, so David, his legal team, so
Ugh.
he got an all Jewish legal team,
They ain't
and
gonna get you out of this one, baby.
but honey, and they trying to because now the Jewish legal team is claiming that they're getting hate mail.
Oh well, that's not our problem.
Ooh,
I mean,
oh,
what you want us to do? What you
It's above
want us to
us
do?
now, honey. It's above us.
it's
Hmm.
above us now. But you see where it says here by way of TMZ, David's legal team getting Jewish hate mail. Read one horrendous note. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it is horrendous. I mean, it starts off like, okay, I maybe see what you mean, but then it gets wild.
Well, people are crazy out here. I don't know where they find all this time on their hands, but okay.
Hmm. Well, this starts. Some nasty folks are going after the lawyers defending David in his murder case, and they're going so far as to flood his defense team with horrendous emails, wishing them the worst simply because they're Jewish. TMZ got a hold of one piece of hate mail sent to David's defense team, and it's just a taste of some of the Jewish hate David Case has been drumming up. Um, Here's a full email. With the recent shocking news about the crimes David committed on a 12-year-old girl, it sickens me that your law firm would pick up this case and defend such a filthy human. I'm not surprised that you all are Jews, and they capitalize Jews. The only race that puts money above all morals and will go to the pits of hell for a dollar. It doesn't end there. I'm
Ouch.
also not surprised your law firm also defended Prince Andrews, another Hollywood pedo. I pray someday you find your kids slaughtered in the trunk of a car.
Oh,
See how it feels. The world deserves
oh,
less Jews and your monster clients like David and Prince Andrews.
mm.
Wow. Oh, wow.
That's why I said, okay, y'all had me like with the first couple of sentences,
I
like I
said,
can't believe.
okay, it's kill the
Yeah.
slaughter the children, and then I was like, okay, you went too far.
That ending was crazy.
Nuts,
Well,
nuts.
they won't lie when they said horrendous, but yeah,
Yeah, y'all went too far. But points were being made about the clientele y'all keeping.
yeah, like it's that. I mean, because I know there are people out there who believe that everyone deserves a fair trial, everyone.
Hmm.
But I'm just not of that belief. But I'm also not a lawyer, so there's that.
And also, I watched a story the other day. Somebody breaking it down, like the timeline of like where she when she came missing and some of the details. Honestly, I don't even understand how he think. I don't even know how he thought that was gonna be a good. I don't know, child,
No,
but he.
because y'all, when we were first started talking about the story, what got me was how he was just moving through life like won't shit, didn't release no kind of statement or anything after a fucking corpse was found in the trunk of his car.
Nuts,
I'm
nuts,
like,
nuts.
huh? You don't have anything to say, sir? Like, oh my God, this is horrible. Like, oh my God, I let one of my cousins rent my car. Like, I'm on tour right now. He said nothing. You know what he
Nothing.
did do though? I talk about this all the time. He
Got some
gave his
little boo boos.
he gave his artist Labubu's. Labubu's nigga. Okay.
Well, he's
Girl.
used to dealing with children and giving children things that they want. So, so
Moon, you ate
yeah.
that, girl. You ate,
Well, I was like, well, I mean, that's par for the course,
you ate
homie.
that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, girl. Oh my God.
I do have to say, some of the most heinous criminals on this planet, everybody deserves defense lawyers. I mean, that's just the way the law system is. I don't care how heinous the
Hmm.
crime is. And I don't think this is a good thing to be, writing this kind of stuff to these lawyers. And just because they're Jewish, the man is going to have a defense team. So, let's let it play out in court and not throw this kind of hate around.
Yeah.
No, it's folks that love, you know.
They certainly could have kept the Jewish hate out of there because it's like I can see like and I could get if the email just simply said like I cannot believe your law firm has a history of defending people like this. That's one thing.
Yes,
That's an observation. But then you start
Yes,
going into you do this because you're Jewish and because
that's
you.
wild.
I'm like, and then the part about the kids. Oh,
That's
okay.
horrendously wild. Like, y'all, I don't know where y'all get this kind of time on y'all hands to be talking and emailing people. Where y'all ain't got jobs?
You know
Y'all
what?
ain't got
I'll
work to
take a
do?
wild guess where they're getting the time from, honey. They're getting the time from one of them watches that French Montana, my scammer be giving, which
Cause
leads me to my
I'm
next story.
where how y'all got time to be tracking people's phone numbers? I ain't even got time to figure out how where to get this return and call the people and argue with them about getting my money back. And y'all just up here just spewing hate.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so yeah, remember some time ago we talked about French scammer and how he was going to court over alleged fake Rolexes. Well, as promised, I've been following that story, and it looks as if that has been settled. And you also see where I have here by way of all hip hop, it's an exclusive. French Montana settles $1 million fake watch lawsuit, loses attempt to hide details as judge quotes his lyrics. So let's get into it. I was about to call him French my scammer again. See, it's like second nature. I'm sorry, y'all. French Montana settled the $1 million Richard Milley watch lawsuit that's been on his back since last fall, and then immediately moved to bury every document connected to the case. A federal judge in Nevada shut that down, and that ruling means the settlement terms are now headed for public view, whether he likes it or not. The court denied his motion to seal the complaint, ruling that the case had been publicly accessible since it was filed on October 17, 2025, and the major outlets had already run detailed coverage about the allegations. French's legal team argued that keeping the claims in the public record, even after a resolution, posed a serious reputational risk given his profile and how fast coverage around his name spreads and gets distorted. The judge found no compelling basis to grant that and made clear that embarrassment alone doesn't justify sealing court files. The backstory goes back to Paris Fashion Week in January 2025 when Justo Obiang and Samir Gatto, who known French for over 15 years, agreed to loan him their Richard Milley RM 5901, a watch they originally bought for around $450,000 in 2016 that had climbed well past $1 million in value by the time the litigation started. French handed over one of his own watches as collateral and committed to returning the piece within 30 days. As All Hip Hop first reported, the watch he gave them as collateral turned out to be counterfeit, and he stopped responding to both men after that. Attorney Steve Haddad came out hard against the lawsuit when it first went public, saying the claims were untrue and insisting that French accepted the watch as payment for promotional work he did in Egypt at Obiang's request, not as a loan. The two sides reached a settlement before the case went to trial, but neither party has confirmed the terms. The court's refusal to seal the record is what will bring those details into public view. The judge drove the point home by pulling a line directly from French's own catalog, citing his lyric, "It don't matter what you do, man, they still gonna hate you," from Salam Aleikum in the April 23rd ruling denying the seal. Mm-mm. I can't wait till those details are public, honey. I can't wait. Y'all know my nosy ass. I can't
I
wait,
mean,
honey.
I don't even care that much about him, to be honest. I'm like, yeah, I guess. Are we? Mm-mm. I just some about him just ain't never sat well with me, and I'm just like, we still talking about him. I thought, can he go back into obscurity now that Diddy is in jail and
Yeah.
go
I
away?
mean, yeah. So I tend to not really hear much about him other than he has good dick and he's a scammer, allegedly. So that's all I heard about
Mm, I guess.
him. Well, so Big 30. So remember we talked about Big 30 and the whole Pooh Shiesty and them trying to hem up Gucci Mane and record execs, honey. Well, you remember how we talked about Big 30 was initially granted a $100,000 bond, but then it was like, you know what? Nah, let's keep his ass up in there. Well, y'all see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Big 30 tells judge his record deal proves he'll stay put to face Gucci Mane kidnapping charges. So Big 30's fight to get out of federal custody is shaping up to be one of the most interesting legal showdowns in recent music industry history. The Memphis rapper submitted a court filing on Friday, April 24th, arguing that prosecutors have unfairly painted him as a central figure in the alleged Gucci Mane robbery and kidnapping case when his actual role was far more limited than they're claiming. His legal I'm sorry. His legal team is pushing back hard against the government's attempt to keep him locked up while the case moves forward. Big 30, whose real name is Rodney Wright Jr., was initially granted a $100,000 bond by a Tennessee judge on April 6th. But federal prosecutors immediately appealed that decision and it got stayed. Now he's sitting in a Dallas jail while a Texas federal judge decides whether he should be released on bond with conditions or remain behind bars. The core issue here is whether Big 30 actually poses a flight risk or a danger to the community, and his lawyers are making a compelling case that he doesn't. In their filing, Big 30's attorneys argued that it remains unclear whether he was even armed during the January studio incident where Gucci Mane was allegedly held at gunpoint and forced to sign paperwork releasing Pooh Shiesty from his record deal. The filing states that Mr. Wright is not charged with being Pooh Shiesty's equal in this alleged enterprise. He is charged as a participant. His lawyers point out that the actions prosecutors can actually prove he took, like retrieving Pooh Shiesty's bag and filming Gucci signing the paperwork, don't demonstrate that he orchestrated or escalated the situation. The prosecutor's main argument for keeping Big 30 locked up has been that his pending seven-figure record deal gives him financial incentive to flee before trial. But Big 30's legal team dismantled that logic in their response, writing that the deal has not fallen apart and that his professional obligations provide a continuous and independent financial incentive to comply with conditions of release and to appear for court. They also highlighted that the rapper has no prior felony convictions, has lived in Memphis his entire life, has 4 kids there, and will be subject to home detention, GPS monitoring, and travel restrictions if released. Pooh Shiesty's father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is in a nearly identical situation, having been granted a $250,000 bond before prosecutors appealed and got it stayed. Both men are now waiting for the same Texas judge to make a final call on whether they should walk free pending trial or remain incarcerated. The stakes couldn't be higher for everyone involved. Pooh Shiesty, his father, Big 30, and the 6 other defendants accused in the case could face up to life in prison if convicted of the kidnapping and robbery charges. The prosecution alleges that the group lured Gucci Mane and others to a Dallas studio under the pretense of a business meeting before carrying out the armed takeover. Child, what's funny about this is Big 30 is trying to say, oh, man, listen, I'm just I was just an assist. I'm just a help. I ain't had nothing to do with this. Let me get out of jail. I ain't gonna go nowhere, y'all. This record deal, I ain't gonna go nowhere. I'm gonna stay right in Memphis. And in fact, y'all can even put an ankle bracelet on me. I got 4 kids there. We cool. I ain't gonna let me out, y'all. That's what
Keep
he
this
That
said.
man
ankle
locked
bracelet didn't stop whoever had an ankle bracelet when they went up in there.
Who Shiesty's ass was the man wearing the fucking A who had just got out. A girl. So Big
Keep
30,
them
you was the one
locked up.
barricading the doors and
What'd you say, Chill?
Keep them locked up.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
that part. Ciao. Well, remember on our April 22nd show last Wednesday, we talked about this, a rapper that I know y'all didn't know this person, but Fujiano. We talked about Fujiano just getting out. He's another one of Gucci Mane's artists. Well, ciao. How about Fujiano? Fujiano, honey. He done show his support for Pooh Shiesty. And you, and you should see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop. Gucci Mane's artist Fujiano flips and declares his support for Pooh Shiesty. Well, Pooh Shiesty is currently behind bars for allegedly robbing and kidnapping his label boss Gucci Mane over their record contract. Many folks in hip hop are taking sides and debating this matter, including snitching allegations against Guwap. But a surprising development in this situation came from Fujiano, the artist on Gucci's 1017 label that was recently released from prison. As caught by Live Bites on Instagram, he changed his profile picture to Pooh Shiesty's mugshot in the Guwap case. This is very interesting because, as far as fans can tell, Yano is still with 1017. Perhaps he doesn't mean to outwardly diss the 1017 boss with his change, but it's hard to interpret this otherwise. In any case, the support for Shiesty and his freedom is very clear amid the case's complicated developments. We will have to see if any of these artists speak further about this matter online, through representatives, or perhaps in court. Fujiano just wrapped up a 5-year bid for allegedly removing his ankle monitor during a bond for a gun possession charge as a person with a felony history. Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano are still on Gucci Mane's 1017 records at press time. However, this is a bit of a technicality. Shiesty is still technically under 1017, although their alleged contract dispute and legal case regarding the alleged Guwap kidnapping gets in the way of that. As for the latter, he just got out of prison and thus hasn't had a chance to follow up on his career yet.
Lock
What
him back
makes
too.
huh? Look, I don't disagree.
Look, Gucci need to quit hiring up these real ass criminals and let these people out their damn contracts if they don't want to tag.
We
It
says
ain't worth it.
what makes all of this more interesting is how Gucci Mane previously axed his roster except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. He claimed those would be the only two artists to stay under 1017, and now that rings as an ironic decision.
Right.
And then this ends with Gucci Mane is no longer cool with Pooh Shiesty, and it seems like Fujiano might not be getting much sympathy either if he sees his profile pic change as a slight. This year, things have been very rough for 1017 Records, but we'll see if this has another explanation or if things are not what they seem to be in this controversial scandal. No, I'm with the writer of this article. How can you interpret that to be, if you put in Pooh Shiesty's mugshot in this case, like if not any of his other mugshots, just the one that he has for this case, his most recent one, that would that's a dig. So yeah. I was about to say we'll watch this. No, I'm not. I'll let the hood niggas tell me what's going on with this. I honestly don't care. But that's that on that, honey. Did y'all see Kenya Moore, honey, with her shit all out on the corner over the weekend? Well, honey, I remember we talked about this before. That landlord had a victory in court over her, and she was ordered to pay. I can't remember what the exact amount was. But now you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore vacates salon after legal battle with landlord. Got out, honey. Okay, so we have a comment. It was $80,000. Thank you, child, or over $80,000.
She should have just paid it. Why you too big of a name to be letting this foolery happen?
Simple.
But okay, girl.
That symbol means approximately, honey.
Oh, thank you, child. Look, I ain't been in school in so long, child. Approximately $80,000. And then this is the crazy thing, because yes, Moon, she has the money. The problem was she thought she could because her argument was at the time that she was the landlord wasn't pretty much keeping the place up and running, like keeping up with maintenance and stuff like that in the building. So she tried to withhold payment. No, baby, it don't work like that. You should have paid an escrow in court. So now can't do that. Well, this starts off. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore is packing up her hair salon and moving out after issues with her landlord, TMZ has learned. TMZ obtained photos of the salon's furniture on the street outside the location. Kenya tells TMZ, I have spent the last several weeks moving out of my salon as a result of my ongoing legal battle with the landlord, who has filed to reimburse me nearly $80,000 of improvement funds I am rightfully owed. My only recourse was to withhold rent and file a countersuit. I already have my outfit laid. I have my outfit laid out for court, child. She goes on to thank all of her clients and promises the beginning of a new era and tells us to stay tuned. As TMZ first reported, court docs showed a Georgia judge ordered Kenya's company, More Vision Media, to pay nearly $88,000 in unpaid rent and utilities, split into two payments of roughly $44,000 each, and continue paying about $5,500 a month in rent, unless she vacated the property. Not long after that ruling, the landlord claimed Kenya's company failed to make the first court-ordered payment by the deadline and asked the court to hand over immediate possession of the property. Kenya opened Kenya Moore's hair spa in Atlanta in 2024 and pushed back on the allegations in court, claiming the landlord failed to make promised improvements to the space. Safe to say, this salon drama appears to be far from a clean cut. Girl, and let me share my screen so y'all can see pictures of this is just embarrassing. Embarrassing. Putting shit out on the street and look at that. Crazy. It's embarrassing. All you could have did a simple chat GPT search. So my landlord doesn't approve my payments. What should I do? Can I take him to court? Put that in chat GPT or something, girl, and something would have helped like guide you through that process. This is crazy. Like,
Girl, you've been in this industry far too long to not have some good advisement or know some of the stuff. Come on, girl, God dang. But I guess if you ain't embarrassed, I ain't embarrassed for you. I'm gonna let that go because that's silly.
mhm. Stupid. I
Hmm.
love Kenya, but stupid.
It really
Well,
is.
that is that on that, honey. This is a story that I know y'all are not going to care about, and I'm literally just doing it to get those Bravo views. So but there has been some summer house drama over the weekend because they're filming a reunion show, and somehow some audio leaked. They didn't know who leaked the audio, so they was doing an investigation. The investigation has concluded, and the person who leaked the audio has been fired. And you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Bravo Summer House investigation complete. Source of reunion audio leak found. They don't tell who the person is in the article. I just wanted so spoiler alert, y'all. We just still don't know, but I'm just gonna again read it so I can get those views on my social media. So it says, "Well, that was fast. Bravo already found and fired the person who leaked audio from the reunion show." A Bravo spokesperson tells TMZ an investigation into the recent leak of the Summer House reunion audio has concluded that the audio was an unauthorized recording and distributed by an individual involved in the production of the reunion. As a result of the findings, appropriate actions has been taken. We're told there is no evidence that any members of the cast were involved in recording the leaked audio. The Bravo rep adds, "We take these matters seriously and will continue to take appropriate measures to respond to the unauthorized distribution of our content. We are aware that there is additional improperly obtained audio circulating, and we caution all parties and platforms to refrain from posting, sharing, or amplifying any unauthorized audio." A source familiar with the investigation tells TMZ the person identified as the leak was immediately fired. As TMZ previously reported, Bravo launched an investigation after someone leaked audio of Thursday's taping of the Summer House reunion. The audio seemed to show several cast members ripping into Amanda Batula over her relationship with Wes Wilson, who's Sierra Miller's ex. Case closed. Well, that is that on that, hun. I don't know who any of these motherfuckers are. I did hear whispers and rumors about that Sierra, and this was like a whole shady situation. That's all I know. So I have never seen an episode of Summer House and don't intend on watching one.
You lost your job between this little reality show. That's what you lose your job for. All right.
Well, they probably got paid some because this is like a people were really talking about up to the point where I thought they were talking about Sierra, Russell Wilson's wife. But no, they were talking about this like, but they kept saying Sierra this, Sierra that. I mean, I seen Sierra up and down my timeline. And I'm like, what did Sierra do? But no, not this.
I guess.
So
I
they
hope it
probably
was
purposely,
worth it.
yeah, they probably got a pretty penny for that leaked audio. I am
I don't
sure.
think it's worth losing your steady income and being blackballed probably after this. I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely not worth that. But they probably good. They got a little cash to get them through the next 3 months, maybe. I don't know. Go ahead, Madonna Boo.
Yeah, I don't know much about this summer house because oh good. I was trying to put my hand down, honey, and I don't know how to anyway. I don't know about much about this summer house because well, the cast. But I mean, she was going through, isn't it like some racial stuff with her, right? Because ain't she like one of the few black people on this cast?
It looks like it
Because
from
they,
the cast picture.
because there's the Summer House, I think Martha's Vineyard, which is primarily black cast. Now, their drama, when they come out during the summer, be real cute. It'd be real cute. It'd be like little petty, everyday life shit. Because they not rich and they not well-known people. But yeah, I don't know much about this. And yeah, whoever the cast member is that leaked the audio, that was a little stupid on their part. But they could have been trying to just leave the show anyway. They probably could have got like, oh, I got what I need out of it, and now I'm gone.
Yeah. I wonder if it's ever gonna but just like Moon said, that person is gonna be blackballed from working any other production ever. Cause baby, they don't play that shit in productions, honey. I'm sorry, one of their cast is running for
Mm.
president. We have that in the chat. Who the hell is running for president on a Bravo show? Child.
Goodbye.
For president of what?
President of Bravo.
Because it
Definitely
can't
not
be the
president of the
United
United
States because
States.
it
Baby,
ain't 2028. Well, the
president of
2020.
Bravo nothing. You think Andy Cohen going down without a fight? He said, you will take this position from my cold, dead hands.
Is Andy the president and the host? Is that what that is?
Well, I think I believe. Let me Google
Oh,
before
I
I
didn't know that. I didn't know that. He's Oh, I was gonna say never. I was gonna say, oh, he's the gay rights secrets, and then I thought, well, they think he gay too, so never mind.
Andy is openly gay, honey.
I know he
Like
is.
Ryan.
I know he
Um,
is.
yeah. No, I think Andy is just one of the executive producers. I don't think he's like a president of Bravo.
He is not. I just did a quick Google search to confirm. According to Google's AI overview, it says he is an executive producer of Watch What Happens Live. He
Right.
did have a former executive role. He served as executive vice president of original programming and development of Bravo.
Mm,
That was until it says 2013, 2014, and he has his own production company. But no, he is
Cause
not the
he wanted to
president
get
of
on
Bravo. I miss.
TV, honey. He wanted to be on TV.
Hmm.
He said, "Let me be the talent, honey."
Well, that is that on that. Well, let's talk about another an actual CEO of a network, honey, president of a network, Zeus, Lemmy. Let's talk about Lemmy, honey. We talked a little bit about them yesterday on our surprise show, and we saw that Jocelyn and Lemmy had a back and forth over the weekend. Well, you
Jocelyn
see,
scared me. Ain't she
ooh,
pregnant?
she is, yes.
She need to simmer down. God dang, so much aggression, even while you're pregnant. Ooh, ah.
Well, you see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Zeus Network CEO addresses Jocelyn trafficking accusations, says she threatened his pets. Okay. Well, Lemuel Plummer woke up this morning disappointed and disheartened by what Jocelyn Hernandez chose to do on social media, and he's not holding back his response to her explosive allegations. The Zeus Network CEO took to Instagram stories to address the reality star's Scorched Earth campaign, which included claims of payment cuts, business sabotage, and shocking accusations of human trafficking. Plummer denied every single allegation, calling them extreme, completely false, and defamatory. Hernandez had claimed that Plummer stopped her contract payments after she launched her own streaming app, Why Are You Here TV. She posted a series of heated messages accusing him of trying to destroy her family while she's pregnant. The situation escalated when she tagged the FBI in a tweet claiming Plummer is trafficking young ladies across the country like Puffy and accused the Zeus boss of human trafficking all the ladies from the network. Plummer's response was direct and pointed. I'm tired of the nonsense, and the court of public opinion does matter, he said. Yes, the actual court matters too, and I fully intend to take legal action because this went too far. He specifically addressed the trafficking allegations, stating that accusing him of making homicidal threats, trying to kill her, hiring someone to harm her, calling him a mobster and a predator, and claiming there was a dead body found at Zeus are all so extreme and completely false. The Zeus CEO questioned the logic of Hernandez's public accusations. Then tagging the FBI and asking them to come get me instead of going to the police with actual information and evidence, that alone should tell people everything, Plummer explained. This is beyond ridiculous, reckless, defamatory, and it's honestly sad that anyone will believe something like this. Plummer also alleged that has been the source of years of verbal abuse and threats directed at him and his staff. He claimed that she's made death threats against his pets and attacked his colleagues. You made threats towards me in our group text today, which you've made some crazy threat not only today but since I've ever met you. You had this erratic response at times. You would be impulsive and make threats to kill my dogs at one point in time, he stated. At the core of the dispute, Plummer maintained that this is purely a contract issue. At the end of the day, all of this is happening because you don't want to honor your contract, he said. That's what this is all about. You not honoring your contract. That's it. He added that Zeus has taken legal action and made repeated good faith efforts to resolve the matter privately and respectfully. Plummer expressed support for Hernandez's entrepreneurial efforts while drawing a firm line. I'm very proud of you for starting your own network. Do it. Go do it. But we have to honor the agreement, dude. That's it. It's that simple, he concluded. According to reports, Hernandez is preparing to file a formal complaint with the Miami Police Department, and the legal battle between the two appears to just getting started. Girl. All this because this girl did not understand a no compete clause in her contract. I hate I hate when people put me in a position to have to side with a straight man, but he said this is all about the contract. That's it.
Like, well, she's irrational all the time anyway. Like, say, I've never found anything about her being entertaining because it's just so violent and so like so over the top all the time and just bully type um tactics I just don't care for at all. And I'm like, girl, you can't just go sit down and be peaceful while you pregnant. Poor baby gonna be stressed out before it even come out. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, she has her moments, but it's for me. But I definitely can see the bullying on TV because she definitely was looking like a bully on TV. But it is not hard for people to believe Lemmy when he said, like, she the one who be making threats and stuff at the cast. Baby, they got it on
Yeah.
video. Remember, Jocelyn was went on that whole tirade attacking everybody who was in her view. And then one of the girls was on her show.
Yeah, she
So
attacks everybody. I mean, there's video of her fighting men, women, trying to run down this girl, and just can't nobody stop her. It's just, I don't know. That's too much. Mm-mm.
mhm. Well, that is that on that, honey. Um, This next story we have, honey, Mariah Carey want her estranged brother to stop playing in her face. She's like,
Uh-oh.
listen, I'm an Aries queen. I don't ever run from a fight. Don't play with me. And y'all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Mariah Carey scoffs at estranged bro's claim in bitter court battle.
She didn't fuck with none of her family. The
Hmm.
mama, the sister, now the brother. I didn't even know she had a brother. Damn, she don't fuck with them.
Yep. Now we talked about him briefly, because they've been going back and forth in court for a while. But so this starts off. Mariah Carey is firing back at her estranged brother, Morgan Carey, who claims that the pop star is refusing to appear for a deposition, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, the legendary singer's legal team denied Morgan's claims that Mariah has missed several discovery deadlines for turning over docs and for her to be deposed. Mariah said her brother's motion is a misguided attempt to gain perceived tactical leverage in this action by threatening her with imminent deposition. The singer said her brother's repeated filing of meritless motions is one of the causes for the delay in the case. Mariah's lawyer wrote, Ms. Carey has never refused to appear for a deposition, nor has the court ever specifically ordered her to appear. In his filing, Morgan says Mariah's team keeps telling him that she won't sit for a depo until the judge rules on her request to throw out the entire case. Enough is enough, Morgan told the court in the court docs. He said he thinks Mariah is evading being grilled, so she will no longer be able to hide behind dubious sources of defamatory statements about Morgan. As TMZ previously reported, Morgan sued Mariah for $10 million in 2021 over claims she made in her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey. Morgan said his sister portrayed him as violent and a drug dealer in the book. Morgan said the claims about him getting physical were not only false, but they ruined his reputation and cost him work. For her part, Mariah said she heard the information about her brother selling drugs from multiple people. She told the court the rest of the claims her brother took issue with were true or substantially true. A judge has yet to rule. Mm-mm. Uh, we have a comment said, did we see Mariah Carey singing out of tune? Baby, yeah, she's been doing that for a while. look, I love my Aries Queen, honey, but them cigarettes don't fucked her voice up. So
Oh, she's a smoker?
yeah, she like a little cigarette every now and then. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. But yeah, she no, she can't hit them high notes no more, and she getting older. You you had the voice of the youth back in the day, but
Well, I guess I should say allegedly. I don't want my Aries Queen coming after me.
Because that lawsuit will be quick.
And when it comes to, I don't play with Mariah in court, honey. This woman successfully sued an ex for wasting her damn time. I want no legal smoke with Mariah.
which ex? Tony?
No, some old white man. I forget that this was recent, like in the early 2010s.
Really?
Let me see. Hold on. Mariah Carey sues ex for wasting her time. His name was billionaire James Pecker.
He's a billionaire too.
And here I have, for those who want to read more about it, who didn't know, this is a link from Yahoo that tells the story by way of BuzzFeed. And you should see Mariah Carey suing her ex for an inconvenience fee, and another 14 times celebrities dated billionaires. So yeah, that's what it was. She got his ass for an inconvenience fee, honey. Wasting her damn time. Don't waste my time, honey. I don't have it for you.
Yeah, give me some of your little
Girl,
chump
I
change.
need never to try and be a damn sugar daddy bitch because the inconvenience fee is crazy.
Look, if they can charge a service fee at 20% service fee at restaurants, I can charge an inconvenience fee for this good puss. So that's that on that. Well, what we got next, honey? Okay, Cher's son, the one who's, yep, he's been going through it, and she just found out she got her new granddaughter after, I think, the granddaughter about 10 years old, but she just found out about her. Well, you should see here by way of TMZ, Cher's son Elijah Blue Allman entering treatment facility as he fights mom in court.
Damn. Oof.
Going through it, honey.
These children.
Cher's troubled son, Elijah Blue Allman, will be checking into a residential treatment facility following his recent arrest as he fights his legendary mom over a proposed conservatorship, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Elijah hired a new legal team that's fighting his estranged wife, Marie Angela King's efforts to seize parts of his inheritance from his late father, Greg Allman. Marie Angela believes she deserves temporary support amid their divorce. In the filing, Elijah's team says he is currently locked up in a New Hampshire psychiatric hospital awaiting a hearing on his competency to face criminal charges of burglary, criminal mischief, and breach of bail. Elijah's lawyer said he continued detention in New Hampshire directly affects his ability to participate in this California family law proceeding. As TMZ previously reported, Cher filed a petition to have a temporary conservator of her son. She previously attempted in 2023, but her effort was unsuccessful. Elijah is objecting to Cher's recent attempt to place him in a conservatorship. In the recent court docs, Elijah's lawyer said that his client is being detained with bail conditions requiring acceptance into a residential treatment program for dual diagnosis, mental health, and substance use disorder. Elijah's brother, Devin Allman, filed an emotional declaration in court stating, "It is my opinion that Elijah is currently a danger to himself and unable to manage his life and any funds that will become available to him." He added, "My recent visit to check in on him brought me unfortunate and profound sadness that took weeks of my life to process. His condition, both physical and mental, was appalling and delusional. On his behalf, I had to negotiate with a heroin dealer for a five-figure sum of drug debts, and this was very difficult to navigate. I felt compelled to help him. Excuse me. I felt compelled to help for his safety, though. It was clear from the debt he accrued that he owed more to his drug dealer than he had available to him. I strongly urge that Elijah be kept away from money until he has demonstrated a commitment to invest in his long-term physical and mental health." Baby, that
That's
is
sad.
sad.
Mm-mm. That's very sad.
Your brother had to negotiate a heroin deal for you. You was about to get your ass killed. And your brother had to pretty much negotiate you to save your life because you know drug dealers don't play about their money.
Especially heroin dealer. What?
It's giving
Girl.
euphoria, bitch. What's happening?
Yeah.
These ain't like the little gambling debts. They kill over them drugs, child.
Hmm. And then baby,
Mm-mm,
they kill kids and like they don't
mm-mm,
play. They don't give a fresh fuck. So
mm-mm. Not even a little bit. That's sad that he is really down bad. Poor Cher.
well, this next story I have is actually very sad as well. Unfortunately, one of the crew members that tried to make, Shakira look good, unfortunately passed away because he was crushed to death while trying to set up her set.
What?
Yep. So y'all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Shakira crew member crushed to death ahead of show in Brazil. So this starts off tragedy in Brazil. A construction worker helping build the stage for Shakira's upcoming show has died after being crushed over the weekend. Event organizers say the accident happened just 6 days before the singer's scheduled performance at Todo Mundo no Rio, and the state fire brigade confirmed the worker suffered severe crushing injuries to his lower limbs in a lifting system incident. Excuse me. They told people the man was pulled from the equipment by coworkers before emergency crews even got there. The concert's official Instagram added first responders treated him at the scene before he was rushed to the hospital, where he later died. A witness, Antonio Marcos Ferreira dos Santos, says the victim was trapped under a structure that collapsed to the ground. As of now, Shakira is still set to headline the free show at the Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro on May 2nd. Sad. So may he rest. Whoever that the construction worker was, may he rest in peace. I am just, so so sad. And condolences to his family, his friends, all of his loved ones. So that's that on that. Well, let's talk. Next story is about to be a 180. So remember, I teased that we had a story about Bill Belichick on the list. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So y'all know he dating his girlfriend is young enough to be his granddaughter. And who am I to judge, honey? Because to me, that girl is living a life. Honey, you go on here with your old man, girl. I know that's right. Well,
Well,
honey,
yes.
her old man is very supportive of her. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Jordan Hudson gives Bill Belichick WAG status at cheer competition.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Enough. I feel like I was about to throw up a little bit. Mm-mm.
Listen, I just know when y'all see me with my version of a Bill Belichick, y'all just mind your business. Just know I'm very happy over here, okay?
Mm, okay.
Absolutely the fuck not. And see, this is why we have these problems. Because the thing about Bill Belichick is that you already know he's a Trump supporter. So if you're sitting up here trying to get your own version of him, then that means you're going to get a version of a Trump supporter.
Oh
And we're
fuck
not going
no!
to
I'm talking
have
about the
that.
age, honey. You know good and damn well, ain't honey? Can't no Trump supporter get this puss. Fuck that.
Okay. Well,
No, baby, we
we
talking
know
about him being
you like
74
them.
years
We
of
know you
age.
like them connected to the life support machine. So I mean, we
Well,
really
yeah.
can't stop you on that one, honey.
Well, yes.
we know how you like them, honey. You know
Baby, can I get you your teeth and your fix it in? You need your teeth.
exactly, exactly,
Mm,
exactly.
mm,
You
mm,
like to be
mm.
you like to be a well-known member on the hospital visitor system, honey. They
You
don't even
know,
have to
Hammy
check
ain't
you
here
in,
to
baby. You
drag you.
walk in and you know the nurses by heart, honey.
And do, hey Sheila, what's up, girl?
Ah!
Look, Hammy ain't here to drag you, but hold on. Madonna said, let me clock in. Hold on.
Thank you for filling me
Wait,
in,
I
bro.
heard. Let me get a Bill Belichick. I'm like, fuck his old ass. You know, he can go to hell.
No,
Uh,
not in that regard. I'm just talking about him being 74 years of age and this girl being super young. That's what I meant.
well, she's clearly learning from you.
Yes.
Look, she damn near almost got his ass fired. The way he's so happy to have that little young puss boy.
Baby, he is loving it over there, honey. He is probably, honey. Look, you talking about the nurses know me by name, honey. Them gas station attendants know his ass by name because he probably buying up all the gas station Viagra. But anyway,
she gonna take his whole fortune, his little family that he used to have. They ain't gonna see that. She gonna have it all
and you know
eventually.
what? Good for her.
No, because the other family had to put up with his ass before that. That's not cool.
But they should have surrounded her and beat her ass. Do y'all really want that money? Yeah, it doesn't sound like it to me.
Yeah, because you couldn't have been on my granddaddy like that, girl.
No, listen, you
Bust
would
you
be
over
scared
your
to bring
head.
your ass over here.
Uh-uh. Granddaddy, we driving. You got a personal chauffeur now. You ain't
Hmm.
no.
Well, this starts off. Bill Belichick has spirit. Yes, he does. The legendary coach was a supportive boyfriend at Jordan Hudson's cheer competition this weekend and earned himself a WAG title in the process. It was a big weekend for Hudson's cheer extreme Cold Black team. They won yet another championship in the International Open Co-ed non-tumbling division at the Cheerleading Worlds in Florida. They have clips and stuff. So the squad is now quite the dynasty, further proving the 74-year-old NFL great and his 25-year-old partner have a knack for stuffing their trophy case.
That's
but
disgusting.
but Hudson wasn't the only one bringing home hardware, because Bill B also left the Sunshine State with a new accomplishment on his resume. Roses up for Bill the Wag, Hudson said with a pic of the UNC Tar Heels coach decked out in cold black gear. Of course, Belichick is technically a HAB, but you get the point. Um, Being part of the wives and girlfriends community is nothing to scoff at. We love covering athletes' partners over here at TMZ Sports, but pardon us for never thinking Belichick would fall into that coverage. It's nice to see BB keeping busy after the NFL draft. Some folks criticize the coach for not having any Tar Heels selected in 2026. There's always next year. The polarizing couple has been pretty low key, which is interesting considering how the Patriots is currently dealing with the dumpster fire in the Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini scandal. Mm-mm.
He already had his dust up with her being all at North at the school and trying to run shit over there. This little 25-year-old. So is she one of the coaches on this little thing, or is she a cheerleader?
I think she's a cheerleader. Let me see. Let me Google real quick.
She got her a job 'cause she was all up in his shit.
Yep, it says Jordan Hudson. Her birthday is April 3rd, bitch.
you are lying to
Moderna.
me.
It must be the
You are
day. It must
lying
be
to
the day.
me. Ain't no
Oh,
way.
she was born April 3rd, 2001.
Oh wow. Well,
Look, so
well, well, diva.
you know that man taken care of, honey.
Well, well, well,
You,
diva.
you know he's happy over there.
Baby, she's pulling out all the stops, honey.
Not the
She's
little.
got a couple
Auntie,
tracks
ain't
up
that
her
your
sleeve that
birthday?
she hasn't even released yet, honey.
That's Moderna's birthday. Mine is the
Oh, it's my
5th.
turn. Oh, okay. Oh,
That's what I
but
thought. I was
she's
like,
an
oh, bitch.
Aries, but a low number Aries. So that means, look, it must be in y'all placement. I don't know. Moderna said I ain't part of my ministry, but
Girl, the fact that Belichick is a fucking Aries.
Oh,
Oh,
he is?
is
April
he? I didn't know
16th.
that.
April fucking 16th.
Oh
Oh
my God.
That's
wow.
why he was always winning so damn much with his cheating
Well,
ass.
I was gonna say cheating. He was cheating. He
He
was cheating
definitely
on
was cheating. He definitely
because
was
he
cheating.
ain't really replicated none of them wins like that. Mm.
Girl, and then he's sleeping with this little young thing.
Look,
Child.
she trying to be the Anna Nicole of today, child. She said,
I
Mm-mm.
mean, he not married though, huh?
No, he was divorced. I think
Yeah, so he got millions, if not billions. So I'm sure he's
child.
spending it because his last days are coming. Okay, that motherfucker's already set up for all this stuff. He's just like, well, let me go ahead and spend it on this young bitch, and let me get turned up 3 times. Okay,
He is wide open. I'm telling you, she gonna get all that in here. She gonna get all the money because the way
listen,
he been wide open.
Jordan Elizabella Roosevelt Hudson knows exactly what the fuck she's doing.
She's the air right there in Auntie's pocket. It is right there.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Yeah, that
Mm.
girl. She's enjoying. She having a great time right now. I'm sure.
She's your little
She's having a
protege.
great time spending his money.
Yeah, ain't getting that old dick,
Absolutely.
honey. I know she is.
I don't know about the sex part, honey. I think
Trust
she's
me when
just
I tell you they're having great sex. I'm
no, they're
speaking from
not. They're
experience.
definitely not. She's certainly doing a
She's
job.
having great sex.
She's doing a job.
He is
Belichick
enjoying
is
himself.
having great sex. She's fulfilling her employment duties.
Look at that
Okay.
smile, y'all. She's very happy over there. I'm telling
Oh,
y'all
she
what I
might be a
know.
wonderful actress as well. We might put her on screen,
Ain't
child.
nobody
Hello.
that good.
Listen, but
And
the
honey,
money might be that good. Money make a bitch happy.
true,
So
that is true. Cash made the
Bands
cookies go
make
woo
you
woo.
dance.
okay,
Bands make you
exactly,
dance.
exactly. What Phaedra said: if you got money for the pussy, you got pussy for the money. And also, I mean, she's happy because the check is clearing. Okay, she ain't worried about her travel and stuff. Belichick got her ass up on PJs and everything. She living her best damn life. At
I
25
wish.
too. Oh, child, if she's smart, she'd take that money and she reinvested in some shit. She start up her own little businesses and she'd make sure that Bill Belichick back up her businesses. So that way when he do finally, pass on to the other side down below, she'll be good and set up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be good and set up.
I
Oh man.
guess. I guess. He was a whole grandpa by the time she was born. Jesus.
Probably
Listen.
had grandchildren her age. No shade.
Jesus.
Mm. Mm. I
Lord
would
have
say nasty
mercy.
work, but I'm actually not mad at her. Get that billionaire money, bitch. That's right.
No child. Well, I won't say too much, because with me and my friend Moderna was having an offline conversation when he found out the age of one of my exes. He said, "Bitch, you was giving him fresh young pussy."
See, that's exactly what she's doing. And this is why Bill is happy. Bill is like, look, I'm old. I got rich people money, and I got a young bitch by my side. He is happy, and he don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? And I
You
mean,
right
think
about
about it.
that.
Think about it. Bill, if he wasn't giving the money to this Jordan girl, he would have been out there giving it to sex workers anyway. So he might as well give it to this Jordan girl because then she just keep the pussy, regularly and fresh and be up in his. She probably do all kinds of freaky shit to that man. And that man is happily in love with her stupid ass, and she's happily in love with his rich pockets. Yeah,
Oh,
Auntie,
and
let's go ahead and find you a bill, honey, because then I could be, the best friend that you fly out on the side and be
Exactly.
like,
That's what,
yeah,
when I get on, we all get on.
period. So we need to go ahead and find you a bill that ain't Bill himself. Yeah.
Hmm.
okay.
We should look up
Bella,
Bill's net worth currently.
I'm
Yeah.
already looking him up right now, honey. Hold on. Cause I was like, hold the fuck up.
I
With
just
his
know he's
children.
worth stupid months of millions.
Ah,
$70 million. $70 million. All she needs is a cute five. She could reinvest that shit. I mean, have his backing. When it comes to people investing in her business, she could be like, well, I am the current girlfriend of Bill. And Bill believes in this. And they'd be like, okay, girl, well, here's the money. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
she's
She
already
could
been doing that.
exactly. Exactly. So I know she's walking away with a nice check once Bill
She's
crosses over
changed her
that.
look a little bit because I thought it looked like she put some blonde in her hair because she was a darker brunette at one particular time.
Listen,
Her
AI
man want a
Overview
blonde.
calls
She
her
got to
an
go blonde.
entrepreneur.
Hmm.
She's already worth $8 million in real estate. Baby, come on now. And her personal net worth is around 2 million. Like she's doing it right. She's doing it right. I can't fault her. I can't fault her. Damn it.
Shout out to your birthday twin.
Shout out to that smart bitch. Shout out to her smart ass. Because damn it, if I wouldn't do the same. In this economy,
Wake it up.
shit. All she gotta do is brush her teeth after, honey. Bill ain't got nothing. He ain't gonna get if he's dealing with her. Bill don't got enough energy to go out there and whore around. You know what I'm saying? So
He had
please.
another little long-term girlfriend, but it was more of a realistic woman of his age.
Oh, she
I'm
was an
looking at some
old
pictures
biddy. She was an old
in
biddy.
2023, and then I don't know how he came up on this chick because he was 73 and she was
He didn't come
24.
up on her, honey. She came up on him.
Yeah, she must have been
Hmm.
stalking him. I don't know how she got there, honey, but I guess.
Oh, I know. She saw the money. And she said, well, time to play a long game.
This picture with this young girl, it's so. Okay, moving on. We can move on. We can move on from this. This is foolery.
A mess, honey. Well, are y'all familiar with Helena Bonham? Am I saying her name right? Helena, she the woman who was married to like Johnny Depp and oh no, I don't think she was married to but she was with Johnny Depp and Tim Burton for long term periods.
But you asking us if we know if her name, you saying her name right? Oh,
Wait, you mean the Tim Burton that he's worked with? Didn't he work with Tim Burton before?
Yeah.
And she was with both of them?
To my knowledge, yeah. I remember reading she was with both of them.
women in male dominated fields. But anyway, you
Oh,
asking me if
she's an actress.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What about her?
So you see where she was actually going to be in the new season of White Lotus, but she actually dropped out just days before they started filming.
Oh,
Oh.
that's Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Who's
yes. Wait, what's
estranged?
wrong with her?
So I knew
Who's
some of y'all would know her
estranged?
face.
Who is Bellatrix Lestrange?
No. Wait, go back. What did you say?
I asked what's wrong with her. She looks sickly in this photo.
I know, but who'd you say this is? Okay,
She
never
Bellatrix Lestrange.
played Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter film series.
Oh, we
She
just
played
came
the
off of
character that was
Belichick,
mad.
and I thought that's what you was saying. I was like, what?
Oh,
Gotcha.
you thought this was his estranged
I
lover?
thought
Oh,
you said
no.
something like that, and I was like, huh?
Oh
Okay,
no, honey.
sorry.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, but yes, I do recognize her face as an actress. Yes, 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 yes.
Yep.
I'm
And a
all
lot of
Uh-huh.
up
people
to date.
recognize her from like Penny Dreadful. I never watched that, but and
She
only
was
the
also
only
in the
Harry Potter movie
little,
I've seen was The Sorcerer's Stone. So you can't I'm not reliable on that.
and she was in the
Excuse me?
little, uh,
I'm not going to derail this conversation because I know you want to talk about her and how sickly she looks in this photo.
oh,
But we will revisit the fact that you haven't seen the rest of the Harry Potter seasons, bitch. We will
Who?
revisit.
Wait. Who you trying to drag for that though?
I'm
Auntie.
dragging Auntie. I'm
Oh,
dragging
okay.
Auntie.
And I just, you know what, Auntie, go ahead and get your drag in because leave me
And
out.
we can get into it, after I read about her not going to the White Lotus because it's a short story.
Oh,
But and it just says big changes with the White Lotus only days into filming. Helena Bonham Carter is out. TMZ confirmed Helena's departure from the show, which just started filming about a week ago in France, and her role will be rewritten and recast. In a statement, a rep for HBO tells TMZ, with filming just underway on season 4 of The White Lotus, it had become apparent that the character which Mike White created for Helena Bonham Carter did not align once on set. The role has subsequently been rethought and is being rewritten and will be recast in the coming weeks. HBO, the producers, and Mike White are saddened that they won't get to work with her, but remain ardent fans and very much hope to work with the legendary actress on another project soon. Unclear who is on the short list to replace Helena. She was such a big name to add to the season 4 cast, but there's still some other big names who I don't know other than maybe like two people on this list. It says Camille Nagiani, Steve Coogan, Vincent Castle, Ari Grainer, Alexander Ludwig, Chris Messina, Heather Graham, and Rosie Perez. Okay, so I know Kumal and I know Rosie. Those other people, I'm not. Well, I think maybe Heather Graham. I know Heather Graham too. Other than that, I'm gonna have to Google the rest of them people.
ain't the Ludwig bitch that person that be doing the music stuff with Marvel?
Let me see. Alexander Ludwig.
Oh
No,
no,
Oh
that
no,
no.
that's Ludwig is
I know
the one
him.
you're
Yeah,
talking about. Yeah.
he's been in. I think is this Game of Thrones? I don't
Oh, I
know.
don't know how.
I've seen him before.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's go ahead and revisit why Auntie has not seen any other Harry Potter. So you remember, so I'm a older millennial, right? So when I was in high school, and these books were very popular, like when I came out, I want to say like when I was in ninth or 10th grade. I read one and it was good. It was really good, but I still felt that at the time as a 14-year-old, it was still too, what's the word, childish for me, right? And then keep in mind, I was reading Omar Tyree, Eric Jerome Dickey in
Oh, see,
comparison.
you was reading shit you didn't have no business.
And
But go ahead.
exactly. So
You
by the
ain't had
time
no business reading.
exactly. So when I started like trying to read Harry Potter after reading those juicy ass
Oh
books,
yeah, well yes, you did feel like they were too childish for you.
so that's just it. And then I never read because it like I said, it was good. I just felt like I didn't connect with while my classmates were, baby. I was reading Zane. So,
Oh my god, I
Reading
couldn't even
Zane
get through
at that
Zane.
age is
It's
insane.
wild.
listen,
Also,
It's wild.
also, Harry Potter did become more mature in its content over the years
oh,
because
did
the
it?
first book, well, yes, because the book series trails his entire time from entering Hogwarts until graduation of it. And graduation is the Hogwarts itself, if you were to relate it back to the educational system of America, was a trailing period starting in the 6th grade, leading up to 12th grade. That's how you could look at it because they spend 7 years in this institution. And so as it matriculated into, year 2, 3, really it got crazy come year 4 and 5. That's when it was like, oh, this is getting way more mature. But majority of the audience that was reading it were also aging along with the character every time the book came out because a new year would come out like basically every year. So you like when I started reading Harry Potter, I was actually 11 when it came out, and in the series, the main character was 11 years old. And then every year after that, as I aged, this motherfucker aged too. So I was also getting more mature in my understanding of the world and
Yeah,
then reading the books. But even outside of reading the books, because most people don't read the books, the movies themselves, the movie series
good.
itself is very good. It's very good. Now, this goes well beyond the current problematic status of J.K. Rowling and how she's a transphobe and she's a terrible person and all that other bullshit, which is why I won't continue to engage with the Harry Potter series any longer. But from what was created before it came out that this bitch was an evil transphobe and she needs to go to hell, I continue to engage in that content. I think you would rather enjoy it. Auntie.
Madonna, I forget
Mm-mm.
that you are on the younger side. You're so mature in your
Oh, well,
Look, I'll
presentation.
take
thank
your
you.
word for it, honey. You read it, so I won't have to.
Yes, 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 yes. I read it. That I wouldn't read it. Auntie, I would not read it. I
I
think
mean,
that.
watch them so you won't. I wouldn't have to. I just wasn't interested. Like the first, like I said, the first it was cute, but it's like compared to like a nice guy that you just went on a date with. Nothing wrong with him. It was cute, but just not
Ah,
for me.
ah. Fair,
Cute,
bitch. Fair.
but well, that is that on that. And what we got, girl, to talk about the White Lotus. Now let's talk about the White House and that administration, honey.
Mm, mm.
Do
Now,
we have to? Do we
yeah.
get a skip today? Can we get a
We
skip?
do not. And now and it won't be like fully, it's just more like the tea concerning the White House, the more interesting stories.
Mm.
Like this. And y'all know I've been getting the kick out of that Cash Patel being the whole drunk story. Well, now there has more evidence has come out, baby, that it's adding to that, he has a pattern. And you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, FBI Director Kashyap Patel previously admitted to 2 alcohol-related arrests. Not
Oh
one,
my
Listen,
God.
but 2.
his days is numbered, y'all. His days is numbered.
Hmm.
They can't
Valhalla
move no
awaits him.
faster. They
Word
can't
on the
move no
curb, honey.
faster.
Listen, word on the curb, Cash, honey. We hearing whispers that you might need to get your resume together, bro. But anywho, um, this starts off. FBI Director Cash Patel is suing over claims he's been drunk on the job, but he reportedly admitted in the past to twice being arrested for alcohol-related offenses around 2 decades ago. When Patel worked for the Miami-Dade County Public Defender's Office back in the day, he wrote a letter elaborating on a couple disclosures from his Florida bar application, which related to his past arrest, and The Intercept obtained a copy. Patel wrote he was arrested for public intoxication in February 2001 when he was a junior at the University of Richmond. He said he was under 21 years of age and at the time had 2 drinks before getting booted from the crowd at a Richmond basketball game for excessive cheering. He said he paid a fine. Patel said in February and March of 2005, when he was a law student at Pace University in New York, he went out celebrating with friends and had some drinks at local bars. He said they walked home from the bars, and in a gross deviation from appropriate conduct, we attempted to relieve our bladders while walking home. Patel said before he could piss, a police cruiser stopped the group and arrested them for public urination. He said he paid a fine. In an article published last week, The Atlantic reporter Patel has alarmed colleagues with episodes of excessive drinking and unexplained absences. Patel fired back with a $250 million defamation lawsuit. Ah,
Mm.
says we have a comment. Cash Patel is another funny character like George Santos. His reactions from Saturday night, he forgot he was the head of FBI. Photos of him crouching and not moving from his chair. Oh, child. Kashyap Patel, honey.
Mm, mm, mm.
Baby, he like that sauce. And that cracks me up. But like I say all the time, honey, he ain't drinking no brown liquor. Give him white only liquor. White
He
only.
thinks he's a white man.
Don't give him nothing brown, honey, not even a brown paper bag.
Don't even tell him he's brown, cause
Ooh.
he,
We have a comment saying his liver is painted all over his yellow eyes. Girl, listen. And them eyes as big as hell, Cash. You can't hide it. Like,
he is he is who we thought Hexup was gonna be for sure. I mean,
ooh,
not that
child.
Hexup ain't that damn far off, but he's gone a very religious, crazy way. I thought he was gonna do he didn't do the drunk thing, so interesting.
Hmm. Well,
He's
that is
standing up
that
there on
on
TV
that.
right now, child, looking like an idiot.
Mm, child, that is that on that. Well, our next piece of White House related news, honey, Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is in hot water with MAGA, and his shit was just a mistake. Like it was just bad timing on his part. And you all should see where
What
it
is
says
going
here by
on?
way of TMZ. Ben Stiller blasted by MAGA over misunderstood Nick's tweet.
What?
Yep. So I'm telling it was timing is everything.
Who cares about MAGA's feelings? Them snowflakes. Who cares?
Exactly. Well, Ben Stiller has the MAGA army coming after him over a social media post about his beloved Knicks, misinterpreted as a comment on the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting. Here's the deal. The actor merely posted, "Got it done" Saturday night in reference to the Knicks' Game 4 road victory over the Atlanta Hawks to even their playoff series. And it just so happened around that time, suspected gunman Cole Thomas Allen opened fire at the Correspondents' Dinner. And then he said, "Got it done." Look, the first person, Nancy Mae, got what done?
They so damn stupid. Golly.
Due to the timing, MAGA supporters jumped all over Ben's Twitter post, assuming that since he's a Hollywood liberal who's been critical of President Trump in the past, clearly he must have been rooting for the gunman. The dog pile of confusion really took off when Congresswoman Nancy Mace responded with "Got what done" on her post. Her post was slapped with community notes from Twitter clarifying context. He was rooting on the Knicks to win their game against the Atlanta Hawks. They did, by the way. As
Boy,
for
them are some stupid people.
Yes, they
Mm,
are.
mm,
And
mm.
as for Ben's reaction to his simple basketball post, that's been seen by 10 million freaking times. Well, he posted a salute emoji Sunday morning. So it's pretty clear he's unfazed by the gang of Zoolanders on his case. He said, "This all y'all hoes get from me. Salute." Bye, bitch.
Y'all they so damn stupid. Nancy makes me to sit her stupid ass
Baby,
down
she
from
had, she
now
was
on.
ready to go to fuck. Oh, she got what done?
She gonna sit your ass down. You ain't gonna do shit.
Oh, child. Ooh, this administration, honey.
I can't wait till what is it this going what is this the history books, what is it gonna say about this time? My God. It is
Hopefully
mm.
they'll say, you know what, white people are a big problem. Like they are a threat to humanity. I think maybe I should say allegedly so I won't get sued, but we know them.
Allegedly.
So
There
I won't get.
honestly, that ain't no alleged.
Hmm. Well, I got three more stories left. This next story, y'all, I want to apologize in advance because, like, look, this is the latest news. We are a show that prides ourselves on always discussing the latest tea. So
Mhm.
we have the President Trump's words coming out his own mouth about what happened at that shooting, even though I'm sure all of it is a lie. But he had a chance to speak with 60 Minutes about it. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Trump says he wanted to see what was going on after the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
let
How
me.
convenient.
Either Melania need to hire some better people. She need to quit ordering these people off of Temu, or I mean, what is we doing?
Let's see what his stupid ass had to say. And thank God this video is under 2 minutes, y'all, because I can't take too much of him.
You see the security moving quickly, right, within seconds, grabbing the vice president by his coat, lifting him up, bringing him out. Then the counter assault comes in. Took 10 seconds for them to flank you, Mr. President, and then 20 seconds to get you out. It looked chaotic. At one point, you were down. What was happening?
Well, what happened is it was a little bit me. I wanted to see what was happening, and I wasn't making it that easy for him. I wanted to see what was going on. And by that time, we started to realize maybe it was a bad problem, different kind of a problem, bad one, and different than what would be normal noise from a ballroom, which you hear all the time. And I was surrounded by great people. And I probably made them act a little bit more slow. They said, wait a minute, let me see, wait a minute. So, I'm telling guys.
Just at that moment where it looks like you go sort of down with the service,
Well,
you were
they
telling
asked
them
me,
to wait?
well, I know what happened is then I started walking with him. I started walking, and they said, please go down on the floor. So I went down, and First Lady went down also, but we were asked to go down by the agents as I was walking. In other words,
They wanted you almost to
I
crawl
was
out.
standing up, pretty much. I was standing up and then turned around the opposite direction and started pretty much walking out, pretty tall, a little bent over because I'm not looking to be standing too tall. And but I was walking out. It's pretty about halfway there, and they said, please go down to the floor. Please go down to the floor. So I dropped to the floor. So did the First Lady.
Girl.
Mm.
Girl, bad. That I wouldn't even
No
trust that
one in
motherfucker to tell me the weather.
history has had this many type of stunts that have. No one in history has ever had this many stunts
Listen, I
ever.
am when I tell you I'm so over this man, like when the
This
shooting
is
even
such
happened,
a
I didn't even watch any
disgusting.
clips or anything about it. I'm so over this man. I'm like,
It's
did he die?
terrible.
I was like, did he die? Oh, he didn't die. Well, I don't want to see shit about that damn clip. Then fuck it.
That's the thing. Nobody gave a damn. Nobody gave a damn. This motherfucker has been boycotting and talking so much about how he would never attend that dinner because he know they would roast him basically to hell. And then all of a sudden, you're coming to that dinner this weekend.
Well,
Why?
they don't have a comedian. They had a mentalist, child, somebody that was gonna do magic.
Child, okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm glad the damn dinner got ruined because we don't care. We don't fucking care. We don't care. That and the fact that that man thinks it's gonna save his ratings, or even thinks that the American populace would give a shit, would give a single shit if somebody clipped his ass, is foolish on his part. They would move on so quick. The biggest thing that we don't want is we don't want that drag queen, JD Vance, to end up as president. That's the other thing. So it's like we're
Hmm.
sitting up here stuck in this catch 22. Your old ass is falling asleep at the fucking wheel, and the wheel can't seem to find a cliff to drive off of it. And then you got this closeted bitch that's sitting up here trying to use Erica Kirk as his beard to become the next president once you finally do drive your ass off that cliff. I'm so sick of this entire administration. They are
Okay.
wearing me low. And then they had the
Um,
nerve to hire a mixed race boy to go do the whole shooting thing. Because the other attempts, it was white people and they knew that we didn't give a shit about it being a white person. But now they're like, well, we got to find a mixed race human. Because why would a black man ever? Exactly.
Exactly.
Ugh, moving on.
Child.
it.
Well,
I mean, between the the apparent, I got shot in the ear with no scarring, dent, tissue missing, nothing, completely healed over ish, air quotes, shooting. Then the man that was just on your golf course hiding. Then the one that he wasn't even there, that didn't go off very well either. That didn't get traction. So now we got this one. No one in the history of the presidency has ever had this many. Either it was connected and it
And let's
happened,
wake that up,
or it
Moon.
or it ain't nothing. Nothing. If
Let's wake that
as
up,
much as
Moon.
the white folks hated Obama, we
That
never
part, Mo, that's
saw
exactly where I was going with
nothing.
it. That's exactly
Nothing.
where I was going with it. Because the thing is, Mo, the white people hated Obama so much that they voted this orange sack of shit into office not once, but twice, right? So you mean to tell me in the 8 years that Obama was able to be in office, the first black president of this country was able to be in office, he didn't have a single assassination attempt. But
It was
this mofo, during his second term, has now had three. Oh,
three and a half. If you count the one that dude that was on the Mar-a-Lago grounds with a gun or some shit like that. But yeah, it's weird. Like So the Secret
And ain't
Service
that many
just
people that brave enough to try to attempt to assassinate a president without actually not getting the job done? You can't tell
I
me that.
guess.
We got the government that could sneak in and steal another country's president, Venezuela. We can steal another country's president, but we ain't got the kind of smarts in this country to actually go through with that 3 times.
Look,
Please,
look.
please, spare me.
Abraham
This shit
Lincoln
is
got
fake.
clipped straight out the gate. No, Kennedy clipped. They do try to get Reagan. He did kill
Yo,
somebody
and
else.
talk about Kennedy because Kennedy was a curved bullet, according to all the analysis. So you mean to tell me this motherfucker been dodging 3 attempts and a curved bullet couldn't come out the way? Oh, hell no. Hell no.
I'm
And
just
Hell
it's
saying.
funny
no.
that you brought up the guy who tried to shoot at Reagan because that's actually gonna be my last story for the day, honey. I got a story about his ass. But
Oh,
Yeah.
in
look, I've been on target all
you
day.
sure had there should have been a
Okay.
gypsy. But and this next one, we see in the chat that there was some tea that was talk about his wife, talking about how she wants Jimmy Kimmel to be fired from ABC, and I was like, "Yep,
For
that's
what?
actually our next story."
Yes.
For
So,
Okay,
what?
wake it
What
up
does
then,
she
Auntie.
want?
Wake it up because that just did come out.
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Melania Trump demands ABC fires Jimmy Kimmel over hateful monologue. So I'm going to share my screen. So first, I'm going to show you what Jimmy Kimmel said. It's a short clip, and let's see here.
So Trump could say anything about anybody, but nobody else could say nothing about him.
Well, yes.
Mm-mm.
So let's see
Not
what
how that works.
what Jimmy Kimmel had to say that got her so upset.
I do want to praise the POTUS. Look how far you've come. 30 years ago, you were just some rich guy on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet out of Teterboro, but you worked hard, you stayed friends, you shared some wonderful secrets, and because of that, you were able to fly on that plane 7 more times. Dreams really do come true. Am I right, Dog the Bounty Hunter? That's right. We miss you so much. And of course, our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
Yep. So she did not
Oh,
like
that
that joke.
shit was funny. She said, "Don't blow up my spot."
Well,
Jimmy was funny with that one.
he was. That was funny. Well, this is what she had to say about it. She says, Kimmel's hateful and violent rhetoric is intended to divide our country. His monologue about my family isn't comedy. His words are corrosive and deepens the political sickness within America. People like Kimmel shouldn't have the opportunity to enter our homes each evening to spread hate. A coward, Kimmel hides behind ABC because he knows the network will keep running cover to protect him. Enough is enough. It's time for ABC to take a stand. How many times will ABC's leadership enable Kimmel's atrocious behavior at the expense of our community? Bitch, when I tell you she got all the fucking nerve in the world, and I want to know who the hell did she copy the statement from? Michelle
She
Obama
didn't.
again, or
Somebody else wrote that because that word. What was the word that was used? I was like, she didn't use that word.
which one?
I,
Corrosive.
it might have been corrosive. It was one of them. It was something like, child, she ain't use that word.
Yeah,
She can barely speak them basic ones. Please.
exactly.
You know, if she ain't use it, you know she put it into somebody's chat GPT, Gemini, whatever the hell else to come up with that bullshit ass thing that she can. Fuck her.
Fuck
Mm-mm.
Okay.
her.
And
Mm.
girl, we all believe you trying to take him out. I know you just mad he blew up your spot. That's what you mad about. He blew up this vibe. Cause
So
that's what we think, girl.
now I actually can't. So the last story that I have for us, I can't believe we're gonna actually have this conversation. But the shooter, whose name was John Hinckley, like Moon said, the Reagan shooter, the guy who tried to assassinate Reagan. Well, he actually had some comments about the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And his advice, he said, you see where it says here by way of TMZ? Reagan shooter John Hinckley says DC Hilton is not secure, and White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting proves it. He's pretty much saying that they shouldn't even have dinners over there because stuff like this will happen. And I'm like, well, hey, if anybody has the experience to comment on it, it would be
He's
him.
the reason why you can't even get close to. I mean, that was the last straw. The way that he was on the street like that, they changed the protocol because of him. He's the reason why everything has changed. Boy, shut up.
Yes, and the fact that he even has an opinion on this, like to me, this is almost like the same story, same on the lines of like when we found out the Golden State killer had like a little dingaling. I'm like,
Oh
I just can't
shit,
believe
that
we're
took
having this
me.
kind of conversation.
That took me out. Oh, Jesus. But yes.
Well, this starts. John Hinckley, the man who shot then President Ronald Reagan in 1981, says the Washington Hilton Hotel should stop holding big events because it's not secure and bad things keep happening there. Just like at Saturday night's White House Correspondents' Dinner. And who knows better than Hinckley? The Washington Hilton was the site where he shot Reagan and three other people in March of 1981 in a failed assassination attempt. Hinckley was quickly arrested but later found not guilty by reason of insanity and placed in a mental hospital for over 34 years before gaining back his freedom. TMZ spoke with Hinckley Sunday about security at the Washington Hilton, which has been a topic of national debate in the wake of Saturday night's White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting, with many people making comparisons to the Reagan shooting. Fox News reporter Bill Malugin slammed the security measures at the White House Correspondents' Dinner event, writing on Twitter, his name was not checked against any list, and he did not have to show ID, nor did he have to go through a metal detector. Hinckley kicked off TMZ's combo by telling TMZ he first learned about the dinner shooting when a news flash came up on his phone and he turned on the TV to watch some of the coverage. He said it was spooky to find out the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting took place at the same hotel as mine did. Uh, sorry, my mouse froze. It says, as you know, the WHCD shooting occurred in the hotel lobby near the ballroom where President Trump, his cabinet officials, the First Lady, and media were all gathered for the event. The alleged gunman, Cole Allen, fired several shots and Secret Service agents returned fire but missed Allen, authorities said. During the mayhem, a Secret Service agent was struck by a bullet but was not injured thanks to his bulletproof vest. Allen was promptly arrested and is facing serious federal charges. Hinckley is now calling on the hotel to stop holding events there because bad things keep happening and it's just not secure. It's not a secure place to hold big events. To illustrate his point, Hinckley describes what happened back in 81 when he showed up at the hotel to shoot Reagan. He said back then security was lax too because he was able to sneak into a crowd of reporters waiting outside the hotel for Reagan to exit after delivering a speech. He said Secret Service agents never checked whether he was a reporter during their sweeps. If they had, Hinckley said he would have bolted because he was not a journalist, had no press credentials, and his devious plot would have likely been exposed. As a result, history might have turned out very differently. Hinckley recently wrote a memoir, John Hinckley Jr., Who I Really Am, which was published by Wild Blue Press, detailing his life and the Reagan shooting.
Hmm.
Listen, like
You
I
know
said, who
what?
would better know?
He was insane. He ain't know. Tell him to be quiet. You really telling us you wasn't that damn insane if you keep quiet as it's kept.
Listen, okay, that's what I'm hearing because it sounds to me
And
that this is well thought out.
hmm and yes, no, they could do better. But again, first of all, Obama went to the gala, no problems, no issues. Security, it's just telling me that the Secret Service that they have there don't give a damn about him. Clearly, I don't know what is up because how do you go from being tip top um Secret Service, and maybe they just moved on with Obama and they gave him the leftovers. I don't know because I don't understand how all the protocol is completely different from everybody else. I don't
Hmm.
understand that, but whatever. If they don't
What?
give a damn, I don't give a fuck. Shit, if they if they just let them, if they, I mean, if it's that or if it's staged, which I wouldn't be surprised. because a lot of everything he does is staged.
Everything.
So,
Every
so
single thing he does is staged.
he don't have a scar from supposed to be a long range rifle nicking his ear, but he still got a whole ear intact. I don't see how that was fucking possible. But I guess.
Mhm. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. I know it was a lot of it that we just went through. But before we head out, I always want to ask, did anybody have any tea that they want to share or any tea that I might have missed?
I'm
Oh,
so mad I missed the shit about Megan. Because
oh.
y'all had that Sunday thing.
Well, and we talked about it early on.
Yeah, y'all talked about Lexie. I'm seeing.
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Yeah.
But tell us your thoughts because they're always
Y'all agree
entertaining.
that Lexie fucked that man, or what y'all think?
No, no, no. She said she did. I don't want to put that on that lady if she ain't had nothing to do with it.
That's what she said. So we'll let what she say go for now.
For
I don't
now.
know nothing about her, so I can't say she lying or not. Because I don't know nothing about her.
What's her name? Lexie who?
Brown.
And there was two people in the thing, so I didn't know if it was the black girl or the white girl. Because he done dated both.
Lexie
So
Brown is the black girl.
oh yeah, don't put look.
I ain't gonna put that on
Uh,
her. I ain't gonna put that
yeah.
on her. That's why I said y'all. Did y'all agree or did y'all? What?
She came out and denied that swiftly and quickly. Like, no, 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 no. Don't put me in that mess.
She did
Mm-mm.
deny it. She did come out quick and deny it.
Like,
So I
don't let
hope her
me.
denial is true.
Me too, cause I don't throw me under the bus or try and put me in there, so I could be getting you know hate.
Dragged.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people
Um,
looking for it. They looking for her like
because she's a
she
pretty
Becky
girl,
with the good
but
hair, honey. They looking
no,
at her like
but
she Becky with the good hair.
people like I saw where somebody was trying to make it seem like he only cheated on the black girls. He cheated on all of them, all the white ones, the black ones, all of them.
Well, that's
Y'all
great.
and y'all's foolery. Y'all be trying to be so extra. State the facts if y'all don't do it. People just
He
be so
did. He
messy.
cheated. He cheated on all of them. Yeah,
He cheated on all of them.
and
The
had a
first
whole
one to get
book
it was the
about
white girl. He cheated on 3 white girls before he ever got to the black girls.
it. I
So
don't know who he think he is.
I don't know. I don't
Girl, sometimes these men be thinking they God's gift to green earth, and it's like, okay,
know. Well, he didn't expose himself for the piece of trash that he is. So, because
did.
I didn't
Well,
have
technically,
no
Megan exposed.
thoughts. Yeah,
Megan exposed.
well,
And we
she
love that
did,
for her.
but yes, because none of the other girlfriends exposed them, or at least didn't.
Not
Nobody
like
paid
that.
attention. Yeah, but I just, for me, he was unproblematic. I didn't care. He's part of the Splash Brothers. He seemed real goofy. I ain't really keep up with him too much. So I
I
figured,
get it. Look, I had one major red flag that I just could not get over.
and you were right. You were right. And I let the what I wanted for Megan to cloud that judgment.
No, it happens. It truly happens. But I just couldn't let it. I couldn't let it slide. I was like, the timing of that photo was just too. You too plugged into the industry to not know. And you taking a picture like that, you could have declined it, or just or even made it look like it was like a business photo, like just stand off to the side, like. But no, he got his hands all out, like no, fuck that.
Corny. Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
knew
very
what he
tired.
was. Look, we have a comment now. We know all men ain't shit. I've been trying to tell y'all, and what have I
Well,
used them for the
yes.
mistakes that they are,
I
and
Look,
nothing.
mean, this is also true. All men really have been terrible humans.
yes.
Every persuasion, honey, down to the cis hetero, the gays, and even the trans men. All of them ain't shit.
I ain't you right. White, black, Asian, they all fucked up. It ain't even just the black ones. It's the white ones. They killed too, or the black ones killed too, and the Asians and the Latinos, they trashed too. All
Ooh.
of them.
Well, while we talking about trash men, honey, we have a piece of tea that was shared about the king of trash, Dr. Dre. Now, what he got going on? Let me see.
Oh Lord, oh
It's an
Lord.
Instagram video, so let me see what it's giving.
Steve McBee was crashing out online about how he thought his girlfriend, or now ex-girlfriend Allie, was cheating on him at Stagecoach, and then she released the receipt showing the way he was talking crazy at her. And then in the midst of trying to make that video, all of a sudden these pictures of Michelle from the Valley holding hands with Dr. Dre went viral, leaving Nobu, and now I don't know what to even focus on because I cannot not focus on this. Either way, we're going to talk about all of these things today on Reality Check, so make sure you tune in. Radio Andy, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. I was about to do a video about how Steve McBee was crashing out online.
We won't be attending.
Okay, yeah.
I
Well,
don't
so it
know.
looked
Who
like he
cares
got
about
another
Dr.
woman to beat
Dre?
on.
Oh Lord.
I
But we
don't
won't
care
be
about
attending
Dr.
her
Dre at
show.
all.
Reality Check. We will not be attending.
Who
Well,
cares
no,
about
she's
Dr.
fine. Honestly, if I didn't have anything to do, I would attend it. But she, I'm just looking like,
Is
like
there a
girl.
better subject matter? Because who cares about Dr. Dre?
And she should care a little bit. That girl that's fucking with him, because it's like,
Oh,
girl,
she should. She should. But
it's like it's too like
you in
that is a
danger,
dangerous
girl.
man, or really dangerous around women, proven to be
You,
dangerous around women, and you.
you in danger, girl. You in danger.
Girl, not Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. Not
Hello,
you in
Molly,
danger.
you in danger, girl.
Okay.
How would you want that? $4 million. How do you want it? Tens and 20s.
Good.
That is, yeah, that's, I guess. I
Well,
don't
let's
care about
get back at it, honey, because these people are getting on my nerves now. Bye, y'all.
See you later, baby.
Bye,
And
Moderna.
well, Moderna done told us bye, but before we say bye, I just want to make sure that there was no other tea that I might have missed.
Mm,
That
just a little tea. Pat McGrath, they got out of if the makeup girlies, they got out of Chapter 11 and they have a new owner, Pat McGrath Labs. It was a black um lip makeup company supposed to got
yeah, I think
hired. I think we talked about that once.
we did. Y'all talked about it. I was just kind of listening to what y'all were saying about it. But wow, let me find I'm sure it's a
That
news
just
article.
popped up. Yeah, that had just popped up on my thing. So they got out of Chapter 11 and now they have a new owner.
Let me see who the new. I found a article from the peopleofcolorinTech.com that talks about it. Oh, but let me. Well, before I say congratulations, let me see if the new owner is black, or let me see. No, but I'm guessing if they on this website, it's a good chance that they are black, right? Let me
I
see.
don't know. Good question. Who knows? Probably not, because life was on the buy up stuff, so I couldn't tell you. Don't ask me.
It says GDA Luma. So GDA Luma is who will hold controlling equity interests by creating a new holding company. McGrath will remain in her role as chief creative officer, but her equity will be transferred to GDA Luma. So let me just do a quick Google on GDA Luma.
Interesting.
Let me see. Okay, so let me look at the team. Girl.
Yeah, I would have thought. I was like, it probably ain't gonna be no black holding company that's gonna buy that. I don't think so. Yeah,
It's
very
not
white.
very white.
Yeah, I don't even think we have enough equity companies that have black or much black owned or black led. You know, whatever. It is what it is.
Well, thank you
It's
for
our
that.
reality.
Tim.
Of course, it ain't nothing too much. It ain't too much. All the big stuff happened over the weekend.
It did, hun. Look, that's why I was like, hun, I can't wait the Monday to talk about it. Let's go get it. Even if it's a quick show, let me go get something popping. But yes, so that's why you all should subscribe to me, because I definitely did. And this is to the listeners, not to my team in here. The listener, I did send out an email. It was a couple of hours before the show. But yeah, subscribe to a bitch at auntiederek.com for free. Subscribe to my mailing list to get your daily hugs from me. But I sent my subscribers a direct link, letting them know that there was going to be a surprise show that day, like yesterday. So
Yes, I was doing my schoolwork. I
yes,
missed
honey.
it.
And I always, end it with join if you can. But you definitely could not have, honey. You were busy being smart. So
Well, I appreciate that. Trying to be smart, honey. Trying.
oh, girl, you ain't gotta try. It's already, trust me, it's there.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Thanks.
Well, y'all, it is always a pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live show. And until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.